All right, we're now live.
And we're live!
Welcome to another live stream.
Yeah. Another live stream.
Yep. And I would like to, well, Bill, hope you don't mind, I would like to give a shout out to someone. I would like to say hello to Peyton Dameron. Thank you for watching.
Okay.
Oh. Caden.
Caden. Welcome.
I'm here.
Well, before we kick this off, I got to show y'all something that I got today.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Ooh, awesome.
Dude, that is awesome. Oh, yeah. Revenge in hardback, baby.
Yeah, baby. Like that was just like two. Like I don't know. It seemed like that was just a few days ago when you announced, or actually, I guess. But I was like, so he must have ordered that real fast after after it already hit the market.
I think he ordered it as soon as he found out it was in hardback.
Yeah.
Elsa!
Frozen Girl!
No, I can't find any.
And you know something?
They look in your calendars.
Yeah.
I mean, good God, it was so. No. I'm just going to go kill myself.
I got that pretty quick, too.
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
So, was it last night? No, it wasn't last night. Thursday night. I can't remember. I'm all sorts of messed up. So, Thursday, I was on Trish's live stream, and after our gig on after that gig on Thursday, Trish, do you want to make that announcement, or should I?
Well, you're probably going to have to because I don't remember it.
I messaged Trish right after saying thank you, and it was an honor for me to be on her stream that night. And there is a big possibility, actually, that it might so very happen that in a couple nights from now, or whenever we decide to do it, she's gonna interview me. I don't know how long it's gonna be. Probably an hour. But no, she's gonna interview me about being autism and whatever. Well, I don't know what she's gonna be interviewing me about, but she's gonna interview me. So
Nice. Speaking of interviews.
Oh no.
Trish.
Yes.
What I want to do is I want to bring you back on my podcast again.
Okay.
Okay. And because you know how big of a supporter I am of independent artists, authors, music creators, movies, and everything like that. Because being independent myself, So what I wanted to do was I wanted to bring you on and basically have you talk about your books and stuff and some of your podcasts and other stuff like that. Kind of do an artist showcase.
Oh my God, I'm flattered and I would be honored to do it.
And if you wouldn't mind, what I wanted you to do, if you could, was like if you could make a collage of like all your book covers together, so I can put it up on screen while I'm doing the interview with you or whatever, and so people can see like what what you have available and everything.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, and for anyone who doesn't know this, I announced this the other night on Robert's channel that I have now gotten enough downloads per episode per week on one of my podcasts that I now qualify for ads, which means I can make money from my podcast.
Nice.
Not only do I qualify, They are now actually running the ads on my podcast.
Nice.
Yeah, baby.
But now it's one that Elsa won't be listening to because it is audio orgasms.
Yeah, baby. Happy about it, Frozen Girl. Happy about it. Yeah, I do not care about that particular podcast, woman. Either way.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I also was fast with that one.
Yeah.
I mean, her comment literally came in like right away. She's like, "No."
It's okay, Elsa. I still have the other ones that you like.
Yeah.
They don't qualify yet for advertisements, but it's looking like the next one that does may actually be Aspects Queen's audiobooks.
Nice.
So, how can people download those podcasts?
Basically, it's just you listening to them. They count that as download.
So, even on Anchor and Circle?
Well, it's no longer on Anchor, but yeah, on Red Circle, on Apple, on Spotify, however you listen, that counts as download.
Wait. So, do you not have your podcast on Anchor anymore, or just some of them now?
Nope, I moved them all over to Red Circle.
Oh, so you don't use Anchor at all anymore?
I
Okay.
use it. I forgot there's not a tooth there. I use it to do my recording.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because Anchor has the recording software,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So.
So I
Yeah.
record and edit there, but then I upload it to Red Circle.
Yeah, I just need to figure out how to upload all my podcasts from there to Red Circle.
Oh, it's easy. You just download them to your computer and then just upload them directly to Red Circle.
Is it a lot challenging with the desktop?
I use my laptop. So you can do it on laptop, desktop. I've never tried it on my phone.
What's that?
Editing and uploading and stuff.
Oh no, I used to record on my phone all the time though.
I have recorded on my phone when I was on Anchor.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe if I do the intros, I can do the voice memos?
Mhm.
I can on iPhones how they have the voice memo thing on the phone. Do you think if I record them that way, then that way I can upload the?
Oh, I don't know, but I do like that idea.
So that way you don't have to go through editing, and the only thing that I would be missing is that really cool intro. If you guys have ever heard a podcast of mine,
You can still have the intro.
on the voice memo thing.
Download the intro from Anchor.
Oh shit!
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Bill was a guest on there.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
That podcast is doing good, my friend, and thank you so much again. I was honored to have you on.
Thank you, bud. You know, sometimes I'm going to say this, and I'm just going to be honest about it. Sometimes I fear about going on there and doing things for that. It's not because I don't want to help y'all out and stuff, but I know me, and everybody knows I don't have a filter. And you ask me a question, you're going to get the honest fucking answer whether you like it or not.
Well, I think Trish doesn't care about filter or no
I don't.
filter.
I don't care whether or not you have a filter. That's why there are certain questions that I ask you personally. Because I know no matter what the truth is, you're going to tell me.
Well,
that's what's wrong with America is they all think it's okay to hide. No, be honest. You know, honesty, you know. And I was asked this question, what do you think about, you know, no, I don't want to touch on this subject, but I'm going to, even though I don't want to. Somebody asked me this just yesterday. They said, what do you think about so-and-so? And I said, listen to me. So-and-so can say what he wants, and he can do what he wants. But the people that I talk to, the majority of the people I talk to feel the same way about me. Well, not about me, but this guy kept saying how I was, you know, weak and dumb, and you know, he told me that, to put it in his exact words, I'm a twat waffle from the Netherlands, and that I was never meant to be alive. Those kind of people, I'd tell them how it is, and I'd rip them a new asshole, and do I really care? None, no, never how. But at the end of the day, I don't let it get to me, because whatever doesn't kill me makes me stronger, as Alvin's favorite Kelly Clarkson song, I'm sure, would probably say something like that.
Yeah.
But honestly, their opinions are assholes. Everybody has one. And if they don't, well, then I really want to know how you take a shit.
Caden, when dumbass people do shit like that, now everyone knows I'm not a supporter of abortion at all. But well, let me refrain that. I am, if it's dire circumstances, like, or if it was a rape or something like that, I could see that to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when someone asks you something like that, you ask them, says, are you a supporter of abortion? First thing you ask them, if they say yeah. So I want to ask you, you said, do you think you would have been better off if your parents would have had an abortion? And if they say yeah, then I said, well, you know, there's ways to solve that.
Well, let's just take you right here and now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, see, no, go ahead. That's just like that dumbass article Trish sent me earlier about that guy who got fired because he didn't call such and such person a fucking doctor.
Well, you just pissed her off right then and there.
Right?
I know. He didn't piss me off. She pissed me off.
White privilege and entitlement.
Yeah.
Oh God, how many times do I have to tell people there is no such thing as white privilege? If there is, somebody forgot to fucking tell me.
Yeah. Are you listening?
Oh, I'm sorry, Wild Bill. Did I forget to send you your white privilege card?
Oh yeah. Oh, Bill sounds like he's jealous.
I guess I'm just gonna have to go on hodgetwins.com and order me one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, Elsa, did you know Trish has a white privilege card? Happy about it? I still can't blame you. You bought that.
You're a white person, and let's say you're talking to a black person, and you don't address them as doctor. Doesn't mean you're white privilege or you having some kind of fucking entitlement. I don't call a lot of people by a lot of fucking things. Doesn't mean I have white privilege, and it doesn't mean I'm entitled. If I don't know you're a fucking doctor, I'm not going to call you a fucking doctor.
Yeah.
No,
That's
here's
just
the
like
thing.
Dave.
It was a Zoom meeting, and all the people had their names on the screen. Okay, just like we have our names on the screen below us. She did not have Dr. such and such. Doctor was not there at all. It just had Carrie, whatever the hell her name was.
Interviewer.
If she wanted him to call her doctor, she should have put Dr. so and so on the screen. That's not why they were there.
Yeah.
Her title had nothing to do whatsoever with why they were there. Okay? They were there for something important, not for her ego, not for her name. This man lost his job because she has OHTT and has her head so far up her ass, all she can see is doctor in front of her name. He was actually really respectful when he spoke to or about her, calling her Mrs. whatever her last name was.
Yeah.
And she's the one
She got
that stepped in and made a big deal about it. And for those who don't know, OHTT is Oh Holier Than Thou. And that's what she suffers from, along with a side of HUTAD, head up the ass disease. I hope you're happy. You got a man fired because you're a dumbass.
Yeah. Why do people do that? Like, you should feel like privileged or kind of like I don't know, like I feel like you should already feel content with life if you're a doctor or something. Why do you need people to automatically call you doctor whenever they speak to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you are to only refer to me as doctor if you don't call me doctor before my other name, then I'm not listening. Like I don't like I hate people like that. Just because you will just because you're a doctor doesn't mean you're like some leader of some secret sacred land. If that makes sense, like what the hell?
Exactly. Her name and or her title had nothing to do with why they were there.
Yeah.
And she was given an opportunity to voice her opinion on something. And rather than doing that, she made a big ass deal out of the fact that he didn't say Dr. So-and-so. I'm sorry, but that's not why you were there. I don't give a shit if you're white, black, yellow, green. I don't care what color you are. You don't have to be a dumbass. That's not why you were there. And you blew a perfectly good opportunity to help someone or something that needed your help. But instead, you were so focused on your entitlement of your damn name that you looked like a dumbass and got a man fired.
You know, this sounds like this woman. Like, I hate going down this route again and again, but just the way you're describing this woman, because I'll be honest with you, I didn't know the story until you were just talking about this. But I don't know, just the way you're describing this woman, Trish, sounds like a real Karen, like what someone would consider a Karen, like basically, it has to be the way or no way, pretty much.
Yeah.
Let me give you a prime example of what you're just saying, and I'm going to tell you something right here, right now. Listen, I've been with this same woman that I'm hanging out with for 2 months now. She is hotter than yesterday's sun and thicker than yesterday's oatmeal. Trish, don't joke. But she's hot, and every day I get to see her, she really does amaze me, and she never stops amazing me. Let me tell you something. I had to run up to the Walmart because, well, when a girl wants something, you don't wait. You go get it for her. And if you do wait, you end up with your head. You try walking around with your head up your ass, and it doesn't really work. But anyway, let me get back to my story. So this woman this guy comes up to me and goes, "Sir, can you please go over here to this self-checkout line. I said, brother, I'm in no rush because apparently this was before the pandemic. Because we've always been friends, and she was running low on ass wipes and tissues. So I decided I'm going to go be a good friend and be a good sport about it. So I ran up there and got her ass wipes and tissues. No, this man wants to make a big damn deal, and then he went to go get his little prissy ass manager. And I told him, I said, sir, you can take your little 2 cuddles of a cox and Dumbledore whore with you and move out of my way. I'm saying right here. I said, you can get a crane and get my ass out there before I move over there to the self-checkout line. And this man proceeds to tell me, sir, it's just going to help us cut down on a few people. I said, let me tell you something, miss. And the reason why I said miss is because he was acting like a damn, I don't even know what you call it. But he wanted to tell, I told him, I said, listen to me, you're not going to tell me to pay a machine that does your job for you. That's what lazy people do. If you haven't seen Lazy, look at, oh wait, I'm sorry if this offends somebody, but look at who we have running this freaking terrible country. I'm not here to tell you something. Like Trish said, like Dr. Trish said. And Dr. Alvin, I have to agree with everything you said. Dr. Bill, please don't punch me. I don't care if you're white, I don't care if you're white or black, or conservative or liberal. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole, and there's no ands or buts about that.
Yeah.
So you gotta come at me 4 ways, cock sideways, before you can get straight to me.
Yeah, it actually reminds me of that stream we just had Thursday when Trish said some people need to get a cure for assholitis.
Yes.
Or
Well, I'm
something.
sorry, but when you're covering a subject that needs to be addressed,
Yeah.
and you're more worried about your name and the word doctor in front of it than you are the subject you're there to help, then you don't need to be there.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he could have said, hey, cunt, what's your opinion? But he didn't. He was respectful. He said, Mrs., I don't know, Roanoke or whatever the hell her name was.
Apparently her name doesn't matter. I don't know.
So basically, it's like a machine. It's like a checkout counter. You go up there and you scan the damn things and you put it in a bag and then you pay with your card or cash. It's or it has a little scanner thing you can pick. I use that. I pick the little scanner up and use that damn thing. I'm better than I am.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you not have self checkout in South Africa, Elsa? I don't know. I was just confused. I mean, which ask that because but if you take like actual like self checkout lines, pretty much all the stores have them now. Like I feel like
Exactly.
yeah, I feel like they're trying to phase out actual human workers at like the cash registers here now because it seems like every time we go to the store, there's more self checkout lines than actual human beings who actually like.
On the one hand, I can see it. I can see a reason behind it, a logical reason, although I don't know that that's why they're doing it. But at the same time, nobody wants to deal with machines all the damn time. Sometimes we need other people interacting with us.
Yeah. Plus machines.
I've used a self-checkout.
Yeah.
But I prefer going through a line where, somebody else is ringing up the stuff. But a logical reason that they might be doing it, or at least that would be a reason to do it, is because they can't get a stupid fucking person to work anymore because everybody's too damn lazy.
We have too many people that need jobs.
But yes, we do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you really think about it, I mean, there's a lot of people who don't have a job. But that's the thing. Because of all the self checkout, like I guess aisles at stores, I was like, this machine is basically taking the spot for a potential employee or something. Like, I mean, at least that's just my opinion. Because I remember years ago going into a Walmart or some store, and everybody, I mean, every aisle like in the front was actually a human being who was actually ringing up your items and put them in a bag and stuff. There was no self checkout lines like 10, 15 years ago.
Mm-mm.
So I'm like, so in my opinion, it's like, but the thing is, machines can malfunction. Do you know how many times we've scanned items and a machine had to call for an associate to help us with the machine? Like, I feel like even you had to do that too. So
Yes, I did. The one time I used a self checkout, I had to call for help.
yeah.
That's the thing, is us guys, not sure if it's just me, I'm probably not sure if this is just me at all, but this is what I like to do. I like to go up to a person with actually talking, moving body parts and have a conversation with them while they're ringing me up. Let me done tell you something. I can't look at a freaking pair of machine titties.
Yeah, baby.
Exactly.
Don't think self checkout will work over here. Well, yeah.
I can see Wild Bill going into a Walmart or whatever and just going there, looking down the line, saying, "Hey, which one got a fine pair for me, boys?"
Well, that's the thing. Like, I feel like, I feel like there's some people who think that technology is the future and this and that, and like to a point, I can agree on certain aspects, but I for one am someone who doesn't want robots to be taking over our lives. If that makes sense.
Hell no!
Like that's basically a horror movie waiting to happen, in my opinion.
There you go, Trish.
Nice.
Band down.
Yeah, baby.
You can piss
That's what I
some
need
people
right
off.
there. Yep, that's what I need right there.
Oh yeah.
I know why Robert's not here.
Why? Where's Roberto?
He's watching Luke Combs on the Grand Ole Opry tonight.
Oh,
Ah,
but
I actually said Bert too, so he may not show up at all.
oh, okay. But yeah, that's basically. I guess my point was about like the whole robots and technology and stuff. In my opinion, I've seen too many horror movies to know how that ends. Oh damn! The
Oh.
devil. Where'd Caden go?
Oh wow.
I think you pissed him off with a Confederate flag, Bill. I should Yeah. He's his second home. Oh, he's at Walmart. What is it with these Walmart jokes? I was so happy about it. Which actually, speaking of, a special shout out to Elsa in the comments here, Frozen Girl. I've been enjoying our conversations every morning the last few mornings, like, because I mean, in a way, I feel like Elsa's getting to get to know me a little bit more. I feel like I'm opening up a lot more, like in the streams and even when talking to you guys than I had before. For some reason, it's almost like, as bad as this sounds, even I've been guilty of like sugarcoating things in the past, or actually putting a filter up just to please people because I don't want to like get in anyone's bad side. I mean, I'm usually being myself and like having my own opinion and everything, but for some reason I've grown up basically worried about offending people because people get offended so easily
Oh
in
yeah.
this day and age. But I mean, that was one of my goals for 2021 was to be a more open and honest person. And so I'm not even gonna like worry about like offending people anymore, especially with everything going on in the world right now. Like this with this whole cancel culture bullshit, it's like people are gonna get offended regardless. I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah, people get offended just because you like a certain flavor of ice cream or
Yeah.
something. Like, so some people are like, I like chocolate chip ice cream. It tastes so good. It's like, why would you like that? Like, someone would get offended like that. Well, friend of mine, if you like chocolate chip ice cream, I'm sorry. Like, I mean, believe it or not, the reason why I use that as an example, I mean, I haven't seen the actual example like play out, but I've actually witnessed people actually get offended because of food before, which I'm thinking that's just ridiculous.
We're all like that. We don't like to share everything about ourselves with everyone. Ah, hell, I tell everything on this.
Yeah.
I have no secrets.
Yeah, baby. But yeah, like I actually understand that, Elsa, and I mean, I'm pretty sure you're probably not gonna share everything with me and everything, but just the things you have shared with me, Elsa. I mean, I feel like I'm glad to get to know my extended family more, if that makes sense, and get to know everybody better. And I realize that we're honestly not that different. We've all gone through shit in our lives and things like that. So in a way, we can relate to each other more than you probably think. So everything okay, Trish?
Yes, I just remembered something that I need to let you guys know about.
Uh,
I know some kind of bad news. I mean, it doesn't affect me personally, but it does affect someone I know.
okay.
You'll remember Lacey's dad, Rand's.
Yeah.
His mom passed away today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, my condolences. I mean, for them. So yeah, I had no idea. Like,
Y'all want to hear something else stupid?
Yeah.
The liberals now are coming after Sylvester Stallone because he played golf at fucking Mar-a-Lago.
what?
I said the left and liberals are coming after Sylvester Stallone because he played golf at fucking Mar-a-Lago.
That's ridiculous. I feel like Trish. Like,
That
I
is
don't want to
one
go.
of the, oh my God, that is one of the dumbest things. That ranks right up there with that woman getting mad because he didn't call her doctor.
Yeah.
Who the frig cares?
Yeah. People need to. Like, they really need to. Like, I know people are trying to people are trying to work on a cure for this and that. I feel like they really need to work on a cure for assholeitis because it's like a lot of these assholes are coming out of the woodworks, if that makes sense.
You know, I guess my whole thing to look at it like this right here is see back in the day, being a man and having values and having some kind of morals and morality fucking meant something. Nowadays, you gotta be feminine. You gotta act like a pussy. You even gotta dress like a pussy. You gotta fucking, act like a bitch when you go somewhere for fucking people to fucking accept you. Because if not, it's like toxic masculinity. Okay. See, people have been brainwashed for so fucking long with this PC culture bullshit that they think that that's how the world fucking works. Oh yeah, let's just go out here and be on PC and tell everybody we fucking love them and all this. Shut the fuck up, okay? Let me tell you something. Y'all, council culture and all this bullshit, you really fucking think that you're making a fucking difference. That's just like Black Lives Matter. And I guess I just have to beat a fucking dead ass horse, but I guess that's what I have to do. Okay? That's just like Black Lives Matter circled these fucking people in fucking New York today or over the week or something and told them they needed to fucking leave in a restaurant. I don't know who they were or whatever it is. And they were white and shit or whatever. Let me tell you something. Okay, here's what black people won't tell you. Okay? They won't tell you that they're better off over here than they are in their homeland. You really think that these people that have come over here and made it successful, especially the rich ones who have made a career out of whether it's a sport or a movie or music, you really think if they had a chance to go back to fucking Africa, you think they would do it? No.
Nope. Hell would freeze over first.
Yeah, hell freeze over.
That they are not going to have it there like they've got it here. And what they don't understand is, yes, okay, so what? Your ancestors were brought over here on fucking ships against their will and were made to work the cotton fields and the tobacco fields and all the slave shit went on in the South and in the North. Okay, yes, it sucked. But when they were free, look what happened. Look at them. You really think that many black people would have migrated from Africa to come here if they wasn't brought here?
Yeah.
No. Okay. My thing is this.
Sorry, I was responding to Elle.
Yeah, Elsa, that was great. Like Elsa's just
wouldn't have brought your ancestors over here. Okay, I'm not saying Michael Jordan still wouldn't have been born, but he'd be still playing basketball in South Africa with an actual basket and a ball. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a fucking difference. See, but you can't get them to understand that. You honestly really think that if black people have it so bad, instead of trying to fix fucking things, they making shit worse. Like my brother was telling, and my brother don't talk a whole lot on stuff. You know, he's just not that way. It's just to him, it's like, what the fuck ever, let stupid ass people do stupid ass shit, you know? But he was like, why don't these celebrities and, you know, sports athletes and all this shit with all their fucking money they got, why don't they set up programs in their towns or their communities or whatever to really help black people? You may see one or two do it here and there. That's because they're fucking greedy. It's because they want all that money for their fucking selves. You really fucking think they give a shit about their own fucking people? No. Nope. Black Lives Matter. The only reason it was formed is because they know when it comes to issues of racism and all that shit, it gets white people up. It gets white people stirred the fuck up. That's the only reason it was created. See, like I've always said, especially being from the South, you hear that shit a whole lot more than you do any other parts of the country. But what they don't realize is that we're not the ones that keep bringing up the issues. It's them. You think about something. Or you look at the Confederate flag, for instance. Other than the Klan, right? Which I denounced the Klan. Everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
What other people use that as a hate symbol? Nobody. Okay? But these are just dumbass fucking people who don't know no better. Like I've always said, stupidity is a choice, not a condition. Okay? If these fucking white people that think they're superior than everybody else. And if you notice something, here's the funny thing. Only people that are racist think that they're superior than everyone else, even their own fucking race. So you take, for instance, like the Klan, right?
Mm-hmm.
They think they're superior than everybody else, even their own fucking race. Okay? That's just how stupid these fucking people are. Okay? All right. You take, for instance, the flag. People wouldn't have such a big fucking deal on if you'd have left it the fuck alone. Like they say, you go down there and you attack that flag, you're attacking people's heritage. You're attacking, you know, like even H.K. Edgerton said, that symbol never represented. It was never a state flag. It was never a sovereign flag. It never stood as a flag of like the nation of the Confederacy. It was a battle flag. That's all the fuck it was. Okay? So it's not like it's a symbol of racism, but people want to make it that because they got to have something to complain about. And, you know, that's just like white privilege and entitlement. You know something? I work and y'all know it, y'all see it. I work 7 days a week most of the time. If I really had white privilege and entitlement, do you think I'd be working? No, I would not. Because my white privilege would allow me not to work. Think about that. Because if white privilege is running rampant, like Black Lives Matter and black people say it is, I could sit home every day and make YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I'd have like 1,000 episodes on my podcast right now. Because all I would have to do is, oh, my white privilege allows me to sit the fuck home. Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Elsa,
Yeah.
I don't know what video you're talking about, but I would love some information on that.
Oh wait, have you heard that story? Trish.
Obviously not.
Oh, that. Well, I don't know if I don't think I've seen the actual video. I've just heard the story because it was trending on Twitter and everything.
No.
But
I don't ever look to see what's trending.
Oh yeah, on Twitter. Yeah.
Or anywhere for that matter.
Yeah.
There was a 16-year-old girl went after another girl with a fucking butcher knife and was trying to kill her.
Oh, that's what they're
the
talking
fucking
about.
cops shot her because she wouldn't put down the fucking knife. They're
Right.
racist. But what they don't understand is they saved someone fucking else from getting killed, but you had to kill another motherfucker. Are you fucking stupid? I mean, just come the fuck on. I mean,
Okay, I
seriously.
did know about that. I just didn't realize there was any footage that had been edited. Yeah, Philip DeFranco was talking about that last. Geez, was it Friday, Thursday? Oh hell, I don't know. The last Philip DeFranco show I watched.
I wonder if the story that I got was actually the edited version. Because I'll be honest with you, Wild Beer just blew my mind. I didn't even know that was the whole story. Because basically what I heard was the 16-year-old girl had called the cops because she felt her life was in danger. But then the cops showed up and then shot her because she was holding a knife and she's a black girl and put two and two together. And I guess they were pushing racism. I thought that was actually the story. Like, oh my God.
Not according to the way that Philip covered it. He
Okay.
had footage from the cop's body cam.
Oh,
And
okay.
that girl wasn't just holding the knife. She was going after somebody and was going to kill him with it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it wasn't that the cops just saw her with a knife. It's like, you're up to no good, bam. Like, why are you holding a
No.
knife?
No, she
Apparently,
was trying to kill
unless
that
I'm
person.
wrong, she had been told to drop the knife,
Yeah.
but she didn't, and she went after the other girl with it. So,
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think cops are actually required to basically give people the chance to drop their weapons before they have to open fire or something. I mean, they usually give you a chance, like drop your weapon now, or drop the gun, drop the knife, whatever.
Yeah.
They're not just gonna like shoot you without giving you the chance to cooperate, if that makes sense. So,
in the process of stabbing her when he shot her. Okay,
oh, okay.
so it
Then
was either shoot her or let her kill the other girl, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in a way, it was.
I'm sorry, and maybe it's my white privilege coming out, but he did his damn job. He did
Yeah.
what he was trained to do. He protected somebody. Even if that meant killing the other person, I'm sure he didn't want to have to kill anybody. When he got up that morning, I don't think he was thinking, damn, I wonder if I get to kill anybody today.
Yeah. Can you just imagine if that's a cop's mindset every day when they get up for work? It's like, I wonder if I get to kill a motherfucker today. Like,
Oh, wait, no. You got to make it racist. I wonder. The correct way to say that is, I wonder if I'm going to get to kill a black motherfucker today.
oh yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
And demonetized.
Yeah, and demonetized.
I'm so sorry if you're watching. You know me, I don't talk like that.
And banned. I shook it up. I feel like YouTube would ban you just for that statement.
If anybody ever wanted to accuse me of racism, they could clip that part out right there and just spread it all over the internet.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet even Elsa was like shocked that you even said that live on camera.
His father kicked one girl in the head. Damn!
And then that girl went.
And then that girl went for the other girl. What? Oh, shit. Okay, why would you kick? He kicked one of them in the head?
Oh my God! There's audio of that girl telling the other she's going to kill her. Oh my God! There's audio. That, I mean, I don't know why that shocks me, but I'm like, but you would think there would be evidence right there that this girl was like.
There is body cam footage for a reason, people. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. If you're looking for mainstream media to bring you a story like that, you can go out there and guarantee it's going to be fucking edited. You're not going to find the real fucking footage on fucking news. That's just like I'm going to tell y'all something. That's just like with, and I'm going to bring this up again, Charlottesville. All you see during that whole thing is, it's the white supremacists were there. They won't show you the video where the nice, calm white people there were standing there with their permit just saying, hey, we don't want the flag, we don't want the statue to come down because it's a part of history. Okay? Wasn't calling people names, didn't have torches, wasn't doing nothing. They was just saying, hey, look, we don't want this to come down because it's a part of history. You start erasing history, you're doomed to repeat it. Okay? Yeah. Then the white supremacists showed up. Antifa showed up. And the innocent people got caught in the middle. When Donald Trump said they were innocent people, they were good people on both sides, that's what the fuck he meant. Okay? You can watch videos on YouTube by people who posted it on YouTube of innocent bystanders that were just there watching this shit from cell phone footage that proves all that.
Mm-hmm.
But you won't see the news show any of that. Okay?
See, that's why I like watching Philip DeFranco, because he doesn't take one side or the other most of the time. He shows you what actually happens. He tells you the story of what actually happens. Now, yes, a lot of times he will throw in an opinion on how he feels about the situation, but he reports what actually happened and then says, my
Yeah, I'll be.
opinion, he tells the truth.
Okay, I'll be honest with you, Trish, and I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, but that's actually one reason why I like watching Philip DeFranco as well, especially if you send me a link to something he covered and everything, because it seems like he's actually like covering the news. He's not like having basically taking sides. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't know if you feel this way about certain like other news reporters. Like, for example, I honestly feel, now this is my personal opinion, I honestly feel like Keemstar, for example, who does like the drama alert and things like that, I feel like he always takes sides.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, he's actually pissed me off quite a few times, which is probably why I don't consider myself a fan of him. I may see something he posts or something every once in a while, but in my opinion, Philip DeFranco is actually reporting like actual news and not trying to start drama, if that makes sense.
Thing. Now, he will sometimes give a very blatant opinion about what he thinks and feels about the situation, but he gives you the actual situation. And if he makes a mistake and he finds out it was a mistake, he will come on his very next episode, and right in the beginning he will tell you, I need to apologize, I got this wrong. And he tells you what it is.
Yeah. And so when you see him actually apologize or something in a video, Trish, I mean, so do you actually like, I don't know, applaud Philip DeFranco for like admitting when he's wrong or something about something?
Yes, I do.
Because I feel like that takes because I feel like that takes a lot of guts to actually admit when you're wrong, especially if you have like I said, like a reputation, I guess.
Yeah. How many mainstream media people do you think will ever apologize for getting a story wrong? None of them.
Yeah.
No.
They'll be like, I said what I said.
They won't even bring it back up.
Yeah.
Okay, even if they know for a fact, I got that wrong. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They will just go on like it never happened. That's why I like Philip. That's one of the many reasons I like Philip. Now, he has said some stuff that has kind of, got to me, but I still watch him because I know he tells the truth.
Oh yeah. I remember you said this. This was like a few weeks ago or something. You said there was something that Philip had said in one of his episodes that kind of rubbed you the wrong way or something.
It did.
But you said just because he said it doesn't mean you're gonna just stop watching him altogether.
Well, no. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and just because I don't agree with him doesn't make either one of us bad people, and it doesn't mean I have to stop watching him. I watch him because he's honest.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you another example. That's just like that whole Nick Sandman situation and those Covington Catholic boys. What CNN and what MSNBC wouldn't show people, that Fox News did show people, was before that Indian showed up, or them Indians showed up banging their drums. That group called was the Black something Israelites. They're like a black group, something kind of like the Black Panthers and Black Lives Matter or whatever. Were there antagonizing them kids, calling them white bigots and racists and murderers and all that shit, getting them all stirred up and shit. But they wasn't bothering a fucking soul, right? Then them Indians come up, start banging their fucking drum, okay? And so that kid just stood there and just kind of smiled like, okay, beat your damn drum. Because they only went after that kid because he had a Make America Great hat again. That's the only reason they went after that fucking kid. And when they kept doing all that shit and defending his name and all that shit, he got a lawyer and they sued fucking CNN and the Washington Post for over $250 million and fucking won. Because they're fucking dumbasses. Oh, and let me tell y'all something. Y'all want to hear something fucking funny? When they had those riots here a while back, them motherfuckers actually were at the CNN building, fucking breaking glass and all that shit, and fucking trying to get in the CNN building. And they was like, oh, we got these protesters out here. Y'all be careful, let them come in. But I thought they were peaceful fucking protesters from what y'all were saying.
Damn the devil.
Oh, you love that shit.
Yeah.
He sued them for a lot of money, and he won. Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I actually agree. I've actually noticed that about the news. Like they were actually like edit everything. Like they never really actually give you an unedited video or something. Like I mean, everything's pretty much being manipulated by the media. Like I mean, it can even be with celebrities. Like I'll be honest with you. Like Trish, I know definitely knows what I'm talking about, but you like I mean like we both know about like Britney Spears and her situation and her conservatorship and everything. But when her team was like releasing like or re-releasing her albums last year or something on vinyl and everything, or releasing new songs, the media was actually like talking about it, but like on Twitter and stuff, but they were saying Britney was releasing a new single or a new song. I was like, Britney's not releasing shit.
No.
Like this is literally her father or her team or whatever that's releasing it behind her back. Like she can't even make the choice to release any.
Yeah, she already said she wasn't doing a damn thing until her father was no longer over her.
Yeah, that's why she's actually on a work hiatus right now, and the media was saying, "Oh, Britney is releasing this for her fans." I'm thinking, no, she's not. Like, I mean, it has her name attached to it. That's one reason why they did that whole hashtag boycott Britney the brand type thing. So yeah. Even the media manipulates the hell out of that when, I mean, there's a free Britney movement for a reason, but I mean, at least in my opinion, so.
Well, I told you before, if every fan of Britney would just absolutely refuse to buy anything Britney related, they might actually back off and let her out of that conservatorship because they can't make any money.
Oh yeah,
stop buying the shit.
Yeah,
they're not going to make any money.
Yeah. When the media reports something, you should believe the opposite. True.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I feel like it's very rare. It's very rare on occasion that the media will actually, actually report something that's actually true. Like this is actually going on. This is actually a real thing. I mean, it's like they manipulate the hell out of everything, though.
Well, let's just say I'm an asshole, and they might have that one right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're hearing it live from us tonight. Wild Bill is an asshole. Or something. It's like, I guess that's fact.
If Black Lives was real, if Black Lives Matter was a real thing to help Black people, the members of Black Lives Matter would not be out here destroying each other, and they would not have done what they done to HK. What's his name? The black man, the old man. You sent me the clip of him, Wabil.
Talking about he carries the Confederate flag.
Yeah.
HK Edgerton.
Yeah. Okay. They would not have interrupted him like they did. If Black Lives Matter really was trying to help themselves and other Black people, they wouldn't do the shit that they're doing.
That's just like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers ain't for their own race. They're using their race to gain popularity and money and become rich. It's not about the fucking black culture. It's not about fucking Black Lives Matter. It's not none of that shit. It's about fucking being rich and famous. See, you have stupidity. That was just like, and I thought that shit was so fucking goddamn funny. I just wanted to fucking laugh my ass off. When you saw the Democrats fucking kneeling in the Capitol building for Black Lives Matter, they were wearing scarves of African tribes that sold their own fucking people into slavery. Come on now. If you're a Democrat and you're a politician, you should at least research shit before you go and do it. That just shows you how fucking stupid they are. But actually, they're not stupid. Because what they're doing is they're telling you, yes, we're for Black Lives Matter, but we're glad that you're here because now we got something to, make us look like we're actually doing something. But we're going to wear the scarves of the African tribes that sold you into slavery, to make you think that we're for you, but really we're not.
And that's a
It's
true
more than you
story.
think they are.
Pandering to the highest degree. Yep.
Yep. And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
If they was as smart as they fucking thought they were, they would be a whole lot better off. But I digress.
Yeah.
Can't fix it.
Man, I can't fix stupid. I bet Elsa could definitely agree with that with the show that me and Elsa have been watching lately. Like we've been seeing a lot of stupid people.
Nice.
Yeah, it's sad you can't fix stupid. Like stupid is as stupid does.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason that phrase is so popular with Phillips fans.
Oh yeah.
Don't be stupid, stupid.
Yeah.
What's that?
Don't be stupid.
Because there's so many stupid people.
Yeah, like I don't understand how full-grown adults can even be so childish and immature. Like, it's like are we just a bunch of kindergartners now? Like, we should have never graduated from high school. I mean, if we're all gonna act like stupid, like pretty much little kids.
No, Elsa, I'm guessing they don't know that, being that they don't do any research at all.
Yeah. Don't be super stupid.
Did you know that in Charleston, South Carolina, there was a free black man who owned slaves and had over 200 of them?
Damn. Don't be super stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, think about it, man. If it was so fucking bad, then why the fuck, I don't know. See, that's just like reparations. You hear black people talking about they want reparations. Let me tell you something. The government ain't gonna give you reparations because they think you deserve it. They ain't giving you reparations because they feel sorry for you. They're giving you reparations because that way you can accept, oh, well, at least I get something from being my ancestors being a slave. So basically, you're taking money off of their suffering that they went through, just so you can have a fucking payday and get something for it. Do you really think that's what they would want? No, it is not. That's how you even know black people don't care about their fucking selves. They just want something for fucking nothing.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Reparations ain't nothing but a fucking thank you to accept slavery. That's all it is. But see, you can't get them to understand because they have that slave mentality. That's all they can think of.
Yeah. I just don't understand, like, I can't believe it. It's 2021, and I feel like this is a conversation we shouldn't even be having.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you would think we would be a more civilized, I mean, race, if that makes sense. Like you would think that, I don't know, because I'll be honest with you, years ago I actually did feel like things were starting to look up. Like maybe we actually are starting to improve or something as human beings. But then the stupid just started to get stupider after year. I mean, it seems like it started like since 2012, 2013, and then just boom, like.
Also, that's a very good point. Every race should get reparations for the injustices they've endured in the past. Yes.
Yeah, so then
Damn it,
keep
the
voting
hell,
for them.
it's mine.
Oh, yeah.
I don't hear the
Whoop!
Israelites asking for reparations for Egypt.
Yeah, Egypt. You okay, Trish? Did you make a mess?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yes,
spilled
I'm
your coffee.
okay. And yes, I
Yes.
made a mess.
You spilled your coffee? Is it gonna... Yeah, it's only going to get worse.
Oh,
That I hate. I'll be honest with you.
I'm just going to end up staying in the house
Oh.
all the time and never coming out just to stay away from
Wait, I'll be honest with you, Trish. My sister's the same way. My sister is actually getting to that mindset that my sister has actually told me, because I'll be honest with you, my sister has talked about how she would love to have like a kid or kids someday. But my sister has actually said to me, and I quote, she doesn't feel like she doesn't know if she should like bring a kid into this world, considering the state of the world. Like, that's basically what she said. She said she basically doesn't want to bring a kid into the world we're living in now, because there's so much like hate and crime and just like, I'll be honest with you, because of everything going on in the news and the media right now, my sister is actually taking a break from Facebook. Like actual Facebook as a
And
thing.
Alvin, let me tell you something. As a parent myself, I can tell you, I completely understand why she feels the way she does.
So you can understand why some people would feel like they want kids, but they're like, do I really want to bring a kid into this world? Like, actually questioning
all this stupid.
Yeah. Even though say hello, the lockdown was like a test run.
Okay.
God. Yeah. LOL, how? Yeah, give it to me. Yeah.
People just get stupider and stupider.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad you can kind of understand where my sister was coming from, because I feel like some people would be like, I mean, the world has actually been like this for centuries or decades or something. I was like, no, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's always been hate and crime and this and that, yada yada yada, for years and decades.
Yeah, but the whole
centuries.
world wasn't just made up of big pussies all throughout history.
Yeah.
That's only become a problem since people stopped disciplining their kids.
Everything okay? Is the rabbit giving you a hard time?
No idea. No, I just heard something down the hall.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Trish, that's what I was gonna ask. So, in all honesty, do you feel like the state of the world right now, or at least the human race, like human civilization, has actually gone down here over time?
Oh,
or do you feel like it's always been like this?
Because I think it's just getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, because I think about it, a lot of people like pussies and everything, and everyone's getting offended by every little thing. I don't remember people getting offended by like Dr. Seuss books like 10, 20 years ago. Like, or even a cartoon character. Like, why
No.
are we being like, oh my God, the Looney Tunes were promoting rape? I was like,
No respect for authority. Yep.
I was like, where did that even cross your mind? Like, there's no rape in the Looney Tune cartoons, so I don't know where they were getting this idea that like Pepe Le Pew was a rapist or something.
I'm gonna point something that's stupid and obvious out, and okay. Now,
No.
the Democrats or the Demo-rats, as you want to call them, okay, they blame Donald Trump for that whole thing that happened at the Capitol, because they say he inserted a riot or whatever, or an insurrection or whatever on the Capitol. Okay, just by telling people to come down there, right? Okay. Now,
Mm.
a few days ago, right before we got the verdict of Derek Chauvin there, from whatever his name is, Maxine Waters, the Democrat cunt that she is, okay, was standing out there telling Black Lives Matter that they should get confrontational if they don't get the verdict they like, or if things don't happen the way they want to. They need to get violent. You know what? Nancy Pelosi justified her act and said she don't need to apologize. Now, where's the pot calling the kettle black here? Okay. Here's my thing. When stupid people like that are allowed to be in Congress, it makes me wonder why people even would want to be even associated with the Democratic Party. I mean, it's fucking stupid. I mean, look, I know Republicans aren't the greatest people in the world. I get that. They've done a lot of cruel, fucked up shit too. I can't say that they haven't. But when you stand there, literally, and this is not the fucking first time she's done it either. Back when they were throwing people out of restaurants for being Donald Trump supporters, she was like, you need to surround these people. You need to get confrontation. You need to tell them they're not wanted. They're not welcome. You get into their face at the gas station or whatever. It's okay for her to fucking sit here and tell people to do that. But damn if Donald Trump said, hey, y'all come down to the Capitol building and stand out here and protest the fucking election. But when people fucking storm the Capitol, oh, he incited an insurrection. Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously. That dumb woman gonna tell people to get confrontation. And what if somebody died? That's on her fucking ass. Because she told people to do it. I'm sorry, but that's just fucked up. I mean, I just don't know what to say. I really don't. Shows you how stupid people are, I guess. But they won't do nothing to her because she's fucking black.
Damn.
If that would have been a different case, let's say that would have been black cops on a white guy, right? Okay. And why people out there saying we don't get the verdict we want you to get confrontational. Oh, look at the white supremacists out in the fucking street telling you to go hurt black people.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
I'll say you're funny. Erection.
He probably don't know what one is, but you know.
It's for thee and not for me. Yeah, apparently.
Damn the devil, demon dude. Stupid is, stupid does. Again.
You sitting there, I mean, you sitting there fucking telling people to do this shit. But what you don't understand is not only are you hurting people in general, that was just like when they had those riots the fucking first time. A black guy who's sitting there and worked his whole life off being a volunteer firefighter, doing other stuff, saved up his money to open up a bar. Hadn't even got it open yet, and the fucking Black Lives Matter burned it down against the fucking black guy. I thought they cared about their own fucking people.
Yeah, baby.
I thought Black Lives Matter. You know what BLM stands for? The Bureau of Land Management. Or black like molasses.
Yeah.
Because black lives don't matter to their own fucking race. All they doing is using that to exploit fucking people to get money out of them. That's all the fucking matter it is.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, a lot of these like hashtags, I guess, like, or a lot of these things they keep like repeating over and over again, trying to create like its own whole like movement or something. I feel like it's all for like publicity or something. Like people are just doing that to basically get like sympathy or something, like or get some kind of support or something. I mean that they don't even really need, like saying like Black Lives Matter or something. It's like, oh, you support the BLM movement or something like that. Like good for you, man. That's right. Preach it, brother. And I'm thinking like, but I feel like they're not really like doing it for the right reasons. Like I feel like it's all for like personal gain, if that makes sense, or the ego or something. It's like, oh, if I say this, then more people will love me or something. I don't know. Like
Okay.
big lavish mansions.
All right. That was like the other last month or earlier this month when that football player killed that doctor and his family. Now
Yeah.
they were trying to find reasons for him doing it. Like, oh well, his brain up from all the concussions and all that shit. Can you ever just think that maybe he was just fucking racist? But see, they don't want to tell you that. Okay. See, I want to tell y'all something. Okay. How many times, and honestly, now, how many times, other than maybe a mass shooting, right? You actually hear on the news of white people killing white people? Think about it.
That's messed up crazy, but I can't remember anything off the top of my head. I mean, I'm pretty sure maybe there was a couple, one or two.
Serial killer is the only thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
What's that?
A serial killer is the only thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, a serial killer, because I mean, because they report like, oh, this person, like being lookout for this person. I mean, they killed like a family member or just killed like some stranger off the street. But I mean, but most of the time, you always hear about so and so killed a black man today, or something. Like, why does it matter what race or what color someone's skin was that died? Like, I don't know.
All right. So, I'm gonna tell you this, okay? How many times you actually hear of a white person, other than cops, killing black people on the news. Just randomly go up and shoot somebody. Maybe what, once? One in every 10 shootings, maybe?
Yeah, like I mean, it's very, very rare. I mean, because
Very-
I'll be every time I hear about a black person dying, it's usually always at the hands of a cop. Like they always make that bluntly known on the news.
I can tell you right now, I can turn on Channel 9 News every morning. Headline news. Murder in Charlotte. And 99.9% of the time, it's either one, a gang violence shooting, or two, it's another black person shooting another black person over dumb shit.
Yeah. Well, that's the
Okay.
thing. Black people.
Here is my thing, okay?
Yeah.
If you notice that most of your inner city gangs, okay, are either Latinos and blacks, okay? And I would say 90% of them are more blacks than they are Latinos, except for maybe like MS-13s, right? Okay. You hear, and in those shootings that I hear on Charlotte, at least 2 out of every 5 have to do with some kind of a drive-by or something like that. Okay? Someone shot into someone's house or shot into somebody's apartment. Okay, here's my thing, right? Why are black people killing each other at a fucking enormous rate? Because, see, they have this issue of, I don't know if they feel like that there's fucking too many of them or some shit. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it is. But if you've noticed, it's the black people trying to exterminate their own fucking race than they are white people. But white supremacists and white privilege and white neo-Nazis are the fucking problem. Okay? If you was to put 100 white people in a room, you would put 100 black people in a room, I'm willing to give you the 10 out of those 100 white people are racist. I'm willing to give you 90 out of the black people in the room are racist. Whether they say they are or not, it's always the white man's fault, no matter what it is. Okay, here's the fucking thing. You can sit there and say that Black Lives Matter all you want, but until you stop the drive-bys, until you stop the gang violence, if you stop gangs altogether in small, see, I remember when I was coming up, especially prominently in the early to mid 90s, you never heard of the stuff you hear in small towns like you do now.
Oh.
Okay, you just didn't, because you didn't have that shit. Now gangs are problem around here. I hear people talking about it at work. Oh, somebody died the other night in a fucking drive-by. I'm like, what? A drive-by? Really? What the? Okay. So my whole thing is this: it's that hood mentality. Why you think? Because you got these fucking people out here listening to this gangster rap shit. Rap music is the soul killer and the sole thing that keeps black people the way they are. You really think that people like Tupac, DMX, all these famous rappers, if they didn't sing about their own fucking people, where do you think they're gonna make money at? They're not. And when you're dumb enough to go out and buy that shit, guess what? You're the fucking problem. Do you hear white people singing country music songs calling each other crackers and honkies? Okay, think about it. But yet, every rap song is end this and end that, end this, end that. Oh, blowing this motherfucker away over here, smoking crack, taking such and such loot.
Yeah, and then you hear them talk about that in real life and in conversation with each other.
Oh, you don't hear white people going, I was down the street the other day when I stole my cracker's tractor.
Yeah. Can you just imagine if we ran into each other one day? It's like, how y'all doing, cracker?
I mean, could you see Rebo here talking about, hey, look, I was on the street the other day with these honkies and I borrowed his tractor. Okay, you see what I'm saying? You get the fucking picture, and I hope people are watching this. They're your own fucking worst enemy.
Yeah.
Black culture is killing black people.
Yes.
Maybe they need to be educated.
Yeah, get that through your skull. Yeah, won't offend me.
Slavery, blame everybody else mentality.
Yeah. Elsa, you sure you don't need your safe space? Because I don't know, she said won't offend me. I was like, are you sure you don't want your safe space? I mean, it's there for you if you need it, SOS. But damn. But while Bill's spitting the facts tonight, happy about it, Trish. Happy about it. I was like, I didn't think about that before, but maybe it's because I've never been in a conversation. But I'm glad we're having this discussion right now, because I was like, that actually makes a lot of sense. Because I've actually noticed that, because I'm not racist at all or anything, but I have heard my neighbors, and I will be honest with you, my neighbors are black, and I hear the way they talk to each other, and I'm like, I can't imagine talking like that with my friends or something, like be like in this, in that, like, oh, what you doing, N-word, come over here, N-word, I'll give you something to talk about, like, and I'm thinking, I was like, I am in my safe space.
But see, here's the only good thing about it, though. See, when you're an Indian, you can only be one thing. But when you're a cracker, you can be diverse, because you can be a Ritz, you can be a saltine.
Oh yeah,
cracker. You could be those cheese crackers with the peanut butter in the middle of them.
Oh my God, I love those.
You could be those Nakot or Nakot crackers, however the fuck you call them. I mean, you can be the, what is it, the what's the one with the little Keebler crackers or whatever it is? You could be those.
Oh God, yes, club. Oyster. You can be oyster. That's the little round ones.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. That's the good thing about being a cracker, because you can be diverse.
Yeah, you can even be a Cheez-It or a graham cracker.
Yeah,
graham cracker. I'll be honest with you. If I was a cracker, now this may sound crazy. If I was a cracker, I'd probably be a Cheez-It, because I love Cheez-Its.
There you go.
I mean, like, if you ever, I don't know if you've heard the saying, because my mom would always say this. But my mom would always say, "You are what you eat," because I ate Cheez-It so much growing up, my mom would always say, "I'm gonna turn into a Cheez-It."
Well, is it? I want to ask you a question: is it you are what you eat, or what you like to eat?
I guess that's a good point. Why does peanut butter have to be in everything? That's what Elsa said.
Because it's one of the best foods on the planet.
Oh yes, I love peanut butter. SOS.
Well, I'm just gonna say that, Elsa, you might want to mute there.
Heads up.
While Bill's gonna say something.
I am what I like to eat. I guess that makes me a pussy. Then I guess.
I knew that was coming.
Oh. Ooh. Okay, now I know where you were going with that. Okay, yeah.
Well, I knew he was going there. That's the reason I didn't say anything. I thought, well, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to let him say it.
Okay. I was just like,
No,
no
wait.
thanks. Well, come on, Elsa. You know what Bill wants to eat that pussy. Now Elsa's gonna kick my ass. Yeah. But yeah, I love peanut butter, Elsa. That's why it's got to be on everything.
But I mean,
Yeah. What the hell that was?
Oh, what's going on? Just in your face.
He's trying to kick me.
Your own son's trying to kick you.
but you know, like I've always said, though, you have to think about that shit, though, man. Because I mean,
Oh God, yes.
because like I said, when you live somewhere, I mean, like I don't live in a major city, but I live near or at least a couple hours away from a major city. And like I said, we watch Channel 9 News basically because it's funny how, like around here, like Channel 13, which is kind of like Florence and stuff like that, they cover more of their area, like Myrtle Beach and stuff like that. Where for us, it's more like Charlotte does Charlotte and our area at the same time. So that's why we watch Channel 9 News so much. And but it's funny, like I say, you turn it on there every fucking morning, someone's shot in fucking Charlotte. And like I say, 99.9% of the fucking time it's black on black crime.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's what is that? And you can't, and that's just like, don't get me wrong, but that's just like when you go to, and me being a correctional officer, or used to be a correctional officer, your prisons are fucking 90% black.
Yeah.
They are the ones, they can't sit there and blame it on the white people that they commit so much crime. See, that was just like when they were showing those riots that happened in Minneapolis, when they broke into that Nike store and you saw all them black people running in there and running out with Nike shoes and clothes and all that stuff. And somebody said, "What you doing?" So, "Oh, we deserve to get something." But see, that's that whole thing that we deserve some shit.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck's wrong with you. You think you deserve everything.
Yeah.
Honestly. And I'm just going to say this. Okay. Do you honestly see, like, okay, I don't know too many Jews, or maybe I don't know any Jews or anybody that's descended of anybody from, like, say, the Holocaust or whatever, right? But I don't see them complaining about, oh, well, my family was in endurance camps and were fucking being, slaughtered by Hitler and all that shit. You don't hear that. Maybe because some people just they want to let that shit go.
Yeah.
The best way to forget that shit is to move the fuck on.
Yeah.
No,
people
not them. It's ingrained every day in their mind that we're owed something.
Well, Bill, do you think maybe part of the problem is black parents are raising their black kids to believe that all white people are racist and believe that they are owed everything because of what their ancestors went through, and raising them to believe they have to fight against anybody and anything that says they're wrong. No matter what color the person is, if they disagree with them, they have to fight against them. physically, violently fight against them. Do you think that part of the problem with black on black violence is the way that people are raising their kids?
Exactly. Because where does that? Well, I'm going to say this: it's that, and it's the public education system.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to tell you like this right here. Here's the problem. Okay, you ingrain in these people's mind, like, okay, like I keep bringing up the issue of slavery. Okay, yes. Do I believe that, and I'm going to say this as a white person, would I want to be a slave? Fuck no, I wouldn't want to be a slave to anybody. Okay? So do I believe that someone should be enslaved by the color of their skin? No, I don't. Slavery was wrong. Slavery was immoral. Slavery was inhumane. And I'm a Southerner. And I say that. And I'm a supporter of the Confederacy. And I say that. Okay, here's the fucking problem. White men are evil because they went over to Africa, brought black people to another continent, and made them slaves. First of all, do you really honestly think that we went over there and captured them people? No, their own people sold them the fuck out. They sold them out then, they're selling them out now. Always have. It just, they happened to sold us out to white folk. What if they'd have sold them out to the Chinese or to whatever? Okay? Let's say it was the Indian folk that went over there and got them.
The Indians.
It'd still be the same fucking story. It's someone else's fault, not their own. Honestly. I'm going to be honest. How many times in a foot race, tell me something, guys. How many times in a foot race do you see a white person outrun a black person? Why do you think there's so many? Why do you think that any sport that has a ball, except for maybe baseball, is predominantly black? Because of their speed and their agility. You really think white men went over there and captured them motherfuckers? You gotta be seriously fucking mistaken. When you can see a black man run 40 yards in 4 seconds.
Damn.
Most white people can run a 40 in about 6 seconds. Okay? They ain't no fucking way we went over there and captured them. We had something to offer that they wanted, and they're like, yeah, fuck, we'll take it. Here, take some of these people here with you. So we went over and got a boatload of them. Then, oh, fuck, maybe we can get some more. Go back over there. Oh, hell yeah, take these fuckers with you while you go. You really fucking think we went over there and got them? Yeah, we went over there to get slaves, no doubt. Do you think we captured them and put them in chains? I don't fucking think so.
No.
I would actually think that it probably had both. That came out wrong. Hang on. I would say both of those elements actually happened. Some of them they may have had to catch because they ran, but I would say the biggest portion of them, no. Because, there's always going to be one or two. It's going to go, can't catch me, motherfucker. And run.
Think about this, though, Trish. We're people on a foreign land.
Mm-hmm.
You really think we're going to go over in the jungles over there and catch some people?
Oh, that's the they probably knew that jungle like the back of their hand. No pun intended. Okay, just but it really doesn't help that they don't teach the actual history of what happened. And it also doesn't help that black people are teaching their kids this shit on how to handle white people or how to handle people that disagree with them. What they're being taught in schools by their families, by society in general, is not helping. But on top of that, what really doesn't help is white people, raising their kids to be great big pussies and give in to the masses every time somebody cries about anything.
Mm.
Because that's basically what's happening. Okay?
Yeah.
These people are teaching their kids this, and these people are teaching their kids, okay, give in. So they'll shut up.
Exactly. Else teaching them to fail.
Yes, exactly.
Teaching them to fail.
Okay, I didn't
And like
raise my son that way. And I'm thankful to God that I didn't raise my son that way. I raised my son, hopefully, to stand up for what he believes in and not give in just because somebody's crying and pissing and moaning about something. And I busted his ass when he needed it, so now he has respect for other people. And he follows the rules. Ooh, people are so stupid. I don't care what color you are. Stupidity doesn't go by race. There is stupid in all races.
Yeah.
And think about this too. You know, you look at something, okay? Like they had, like I've always said, they were in physical chains for over 400 years. Okay? Think about it. But how longer have they been in mental chains? Psychologically. Here's what I'm gonna tell you something.
You said mental chains.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Psychologically, all that. Think about this, Trish.
I'm sorry, I thought you said nipple chains.
Nipple chains.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, but what I'm saying is that is the slavery mindset of the way they act nowadays.
Yeah.
They're still in chains, only it's just not physical. Wanting reparations, wanting something for nothing, wanting someone to give it, owing the world, making the world think that they owe them something. That's mental slavery. And you know what? Why do you think? See, I'm going to tell you something. I think it was Roosevelt or somebody said that if you get them feeding out of your hands, you can get them to do whatever it is you want them to. Why do you think welfare was invented? It wasn't to help fucking poor people.
What are you saying, Ouchie, also?
Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Trish, I mean, I see it predominantly where I'm at. You ever see those little tiny houses you see black people living in, and most of them are in government, most of them are in and most of them live off of welfare. I mean, they almost look like 1 and 2 room shacks almost.
Mm-hmm.
What is the difference between that and a slave hut? What do you think an antebellum home is, or what do you think those houses don't look much different? I'm seriously.
Yep.
These houses they give them people to live in don't look much different from slave shacks.
Mm-hmm.
And yet these are the houses that these welfare people live in. Only if they knew how stupid they were. But see, it's their mindset is the government's going to give it to me. I'm going to take it because I feel like they owe me something. You got them feeding out of your fucking hands. And you don't have to do nothing to them. And they're blaming the white man. But if the white man offers it to you and you take it, who's the dummy?
Yeah. It's
That's just like if I give you a gun and tell you to spin the chamber and put it in your head and pull the trigger, right? I didn't murder you. You killed yourself.
Yeah.
You're the dumbass that fucking done it.
Yeah.
Yep.
No offense, and I'm just going to use Alvin as an example. If Alvin decided one day, guess what? I'm going to go jump off the highest fucking bridge in Oklahoma. If a dumbass follows him, guess what? That's not Alvin's fault that dumbass followed him. That's a dumbass fault.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I always hear people say that people who follow a certain trend or follow what other people are doing, I always hear the same scenario. It's like so if someone told you to jump off a bridge or jump off a cliff, you're gonna do it. I mean that's what I always hear. And I was like, no, I don't know. They always go there, but yeah, I kind of understand where they're coming up with the comparisons and the similarities. If you're following, if you basically act like, maybe get that mindset that everybody owes you this or that, or you're following a trend or something, I can understand where they're going because it's almost like, oh, you're just doing what everybody else is doing. You're not even thinking for yourselves. Use your brain. I was even telling this. I even said this to Elsa earlier when I was talking to her. I said that everybody has I even said everybody has a brain. It's their choice to use it or not. I mean, but yeah. Elsa probably knows where I'm going with that because I actually told her that everybody has a brain. They just need to use it. but that's the question. Or are they even using their brain? All these stupidity in the world.
See, you take chances, right? You look at these people that live in these inner cities.
Yeah.
That's all they know. And some people don't want to leave that lifestyle. But when shit happens to them, they want to blame everybody else or blame the circumstances. You're the motherfucker that chose to live there. And when you had to get the fuck out, you didn't take it. See, you take, for instance, okay, you see a lot of those football players. They go out here and they get all that money, and some of them may have been from gangs and got out and maybe made a little bit better of a life for themselves, or they steal from the hood and they still have that hood mentality, but they kind of combated that long enough to make the NFL and make money. When you see those people do the things they do, and then they get in trouble for while they're playing football and all that stuff, it's because all that shit finally came to the surface again. It's that culture that they live in. You can't, once that's ingrained in you're not getting that shit out like that. Mm-hmm. That is the whole problem with them. And see, you think about something, and I'm just going to say this. If you're a black person today and you're talented, especially in sports, your whole mindset is making the pros either in basketball, making the pros either in football, or making the pros in baseball or whatever it is. Your mindset is not go out and get a great education, get a degree, put yourself in a situation to where, hell, you could blow your knee out first fucking play of your NFL game and never walk out on the field again. Okay, what do you got now that's going to be secure? Nothing. Because most of them don't even have a proper education to even make them succeed after they get out of school. And even the ones that do have a degree, let's say in like marketing or accounting or business, they never use it once they get out. They live off their money they made when they were in the NFL. My thing is this, right? If black culture and black lives and the black race and the black society really means that much, you would show people a better path than what you're showing. Because everybody can't be an athlete. Everybody can't be a rapper. Everybody can't be what it is you or an actor. You can't ingrain these people. See, that is the problem. Number one problem with gangs and stuff like that in this country is these people think that they have no other choice of survival than to become that. That is their whole thing. And until you get a choice to say, look here, one, the world don't owe me something as long as I go out and get it. I can have whatever I want as long as I'm willing to go out and get it myself. They're not ingraining that in. See, my whole thing is this, and you see how dumb they act, right? You know, 90% of your clothes are made by cotton and polyester. I'm surprised they ain't wearing clothes because they feel like, oh, it's made by cotton. My ancestors picked it. You see what I'm saying? That's the kind of that's how some of them act. It's the stupidity of it.
Too many stupid people in this world. Like you would think human civilization and would be more, I guess, intelligent than we actually are.
But we just keep, as a nation, we keep getting stupider and stupider.
Yeah. Right.
You
But then those people like us, Trish, if you think about it, then those people like us that actually know it's stupid. Like, so if you really think about it, that just shows just how smart we are because we know it's stupid that these people do this. At least we're not doing all this stupid shit. And as did you not even think? Like, I was even saying that's another thing I said to Elsa earlier. People need to think before they act or before they speak. Like. Do they not realize how stupid they're sounding right now?
No, because they don't think.
Yeah.
Think about something, guys. All right. As more as technology and the more advancements we make, the dumber we have gotten. And we continue to get. You think about something. There's people nowadays in this society that we're in, okay? And in the world we live in, and the centuries and stuff that we live in. We could build a house today or a building today that wouldn't last you 20 years. Look at these castles that motherfuckers have built 4 or 5 centuries ago. They're still standing today.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the cathedrals and the churches. And some of this stuff that is just immaculate, and it just blows your fucking mind at how they done this shit with the technology what they had in those days or whatever. It just baffles my fucking mind. But that still stands today, and some of that shit was built 1,000 years ago. Okay. Mankind ain't done nothing but got dumber. And as long as we keep going down the social fucking pathway that we're going down, we're going to decline. You're going to go from Stone Age to not fucking knowing nothing to back to the fucking past.
Yeah.
You think about something. They're not teaching cursive writing anymore because fucking people are too lazy to fucking write in cursive, or it's just too much fucking a hassle.
Yeah, at this
You go
rate,
back to a day when you ain't even gonna have a
yeah.
unless you have a tablet or some kind. You're not even gonna have a writ fucking lunch. Think about that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet like for example, I bet Trish, for example. Remember with Trish when we used to do like the album reviews and everything, you would actually take notes actually by writing in a notebook.
Mhm.
A lot of other people would probably be like, "Oh, I could just do that on a notepad on my computer or something."
Well, I
Like
could
type
do it.
it out or something. Type out your notes. But you
Yeah.
actually went old school and actually grabbed a pen and actually took notes that way.
I
Like,
did, and that's just a natural thing for me. And yeah, I did do it in cursive
yeah,
because I have a brain,
yeah, yeah.
which
But
we
yeah,
used to use back in the day.
yeah, but yeah,
It wasn't this kind of a brain. It was an actual one in here
yeah.
that
Oh,
learned and understood how to do
Yeah.
cursive and math, and it didn't have this.
Yeah, but
It
that's what
had
it
to
reminds.
work itself.
Yeah, but that's what it reminded me of. Like when Warbear was talking about laziness. There's some people that have gotten so lazy that they don't even want to write stuff in like actual notebooks anymore. They're like, oh, I just type it up on a keypad or something, or
Yeah,
on
but
a tablet or something.
it's getting worse because now and I'll give you a prime example. I don't know if it'll work tonight because I've not seen it pop up. Hey, Cortana. Oh, no, she's not working right now. We can just talk to stuff and it does everything for us.
Yeah, like
You don't even have to write anything down anymore.
Oh.
Hell, if you look, you pick up your messenger and you can speak directly into just like this.
oh yeah, I've actually noticed that.
I need to come use your bathroom. I don't even have to type it.
Yeah, you can just talk into it. Like you can even say things like "Hey Google" or something.
Okay, if my Google goes off, I'm telling you right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Well, the reason why is because my sister does that. Because my sister will be talking to Google or something. Even my sister has gotten to that point where she's be driving and she'll be like, "Hey Google, like this is not just the way you said that."
Neanderthals again. Yeah. It's just it's getting worse and worse. This is why we're getting dumber and dumber. And it's because they're making everything so easy that it's like we're being spoon fed. Everything. We don't have to learn anything anymore. Thankfully, we grew up in a time that we had to learn stuff.
think about it, right? Okay. Self-checkout.
What's so funny? Oh, Neanderthals.
She responded.
Wait,
I actually sent that message to Jennifer.
I need to come use your bathroom. What'd she say? Was she like?
He said, "Okay, when have you ever asked?"
What are you gonna do? Explain to her that you were
I'll
just doing it?
explain later.
Yeah,
But-
at least we do. That's funny.
We don't have to chisel anymore. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, if you hear something, it's because my son's taking a shower, guys.
Yeah.
Which means he's all naked and wet, which probably won't affect Wild Bill in any way, but I don't know if Saxon and Alvin might be affected by it. I'm not sure. Oh, come on. That was funny, damn it.
Yeah, that was funny. We used to physically write letters back in the day. Yeah, believe it or not, there's some people that I've actually heard that still go old fashioned like that, but
Neanderthal thinking. Physically write letters back in the day. Yeah, I have been known to physically write a letter. Yes, yes, I have. I have actually done that at least once over the last couple of years. Like physically took a piece of paper and wrote a letter. You know, I have been known to type a letter, usually a very short one.
yeah.
I have the attention span of a flea. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was
You know-
actually going to ask you, when's the last time that you've written a letter, like physically written a letter, Trish?
Probably over the last couple of years.
Well, most of my stories, base of them were pen and paper, and most of them, most of my poetry, probably about 90% of it was all pen and paper.
I have transferred probably 90% of mine over to text documents because when you're putting them on the computer, you have to type it out physically. But 90% of everything I've ever written, if not more, has been pen and paper.
Yeah. Even love letters. Oh, yeah, I've known about that too.
Now they're just love texts. It's not
Love
even
texts.
emails anymore. It's not even love
Yeah.
emails anymore. It's love.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, I'll be honest with you, I feel like Wild Bill's actually kind of done a rant on this before. I mean, in some capacity, but about how it seems like love doesn't even mean a thing anymore. Like, I mean, like, it's like nobody really puts much effort into relationships or love anymore. That's the reason why some people are just okay with, oh yeah, I'm dating around right now, haven't found the one yet. You could just go from guy to guy to guy to guy or something. It's like, does love not even mean a thing anymore?
No,
I mean, but yeah, and that's basically how it feels. It honestly feels like love doesn't mean like a thing anymore, or at least as much as it used to. Like, because a lot of people would used to put effort into like say for example Valentine's Day. There's some couples that would go all out for their significant other for Valentine's Day to make it special. Now I'm wondering if the Valentine's Day is kind of like just another day to some couples. Oh, we'll just go out to a movie or something.
Okay.
It's like, but they don't put much effort into it. Like rose petals and things like leading up to the bedroom, like having all decorated with flowers and chocolate and stuff. But yeah.
Okay. So Lacey's what, 10?
11.
11? So how much of what she sees, let's just say, out of Disney, she believes is real?
Hang on, say it again. I can't hardly hear you.
Take, for instance, like the Disney movies, cartoons, or I'm going to give you, say, an example like Frozen, right? How much of that she actually thinks is actually real?
I think she still believes most of it is real.
Okay. So you take, for instance, and I'm just going to say this, and I'm not trying to rain on like anybody's parade or anything, but you take movies like Snow White and like Cinderella and even Beauty and the Beast and stuff. Okay, you see these things. Okay, like these are love stories that don't really pretty much happen in real life. I'm not saying that Cinderella can't happen, but it's more made of a make-believe that everybody's going to find their Prince Charming and you're going to live happily ever after and all this bullshit. And that's the way people see love nowadays. But love and relationships aren't that way. I mean, you take, for instance, like 90% of most relationships nowadays are pretty much based on a false narrative. Okay, like most people nowadays get married because they figure, well, okay, we're dating, we love each other, we're supposed to get married. That's the thing. and then blah blah blah. You know, they get in, and they're not really. I don't know that they're truly in. I'm not saying they're not truly in love with each other, but they're in love with this concept of, well, that's the way it's supposed to be. You see it in the movies. That's the way it's supposed to be. And it's they more are going off of what they have been kind of taught during this thing than what the actual reality of it is. So they're kind of living this almost false narrative that's not even real anymore. And most people, if you've noticed, man, nowadays, if you get a marriage that lasts 5 fucking years, you've done good. Because most marriages don't even last that long nowadays. It's because they jumped into fucking something that they thought, oh, it's this big glamorous thing. Most people, when after they get married, aren't even fucking happy anymore. Because it's that notion that we're married, we're supposed to, it's almost like the marriage takes the fun out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about that, but that's what it is. And it's almost like marriage today in relationships don't mean what it did back in my mom and dad's time, or back in their mom and dad's time, or something. When you married somebody, that was your partner for life. That meant you were going to be stuck with these fuckers until death. Nowadays, fuck.
Oh yeah.
Glad comes off and spends 2 or 3 days with the fucking guys. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, what the fuck ever. You know what I'm saying? Now it's people just get married just to fucking do it. It doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, I've actually noticed that there's been some people who got married like 3 years ago, recently just got divorced. It's like only lasts like 2 or 3 years of marriage. I was like, I'm surprised you even lasted that long. Especially when they got married. I think these people have probably only been seeing each other for maybe like 5 or 6 months. And then they just jump right into marriage. I'm thinking, you haven't even known this person yet, and you're already married to him.
But you think about something though, Teresa. What, you and your husband were together 20 years before you separated?
Yeah.
What?
How long were you and your husband together when you separated?
Oh, yeah, 20 years. Yeah, we were married for 20 years.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's hard for me to hear you over the shower.
That's fine.
Okay.
But that's a feat in itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yes, it didn't work out and things, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, that's unheard of nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think people can stay together 20 years nowadays.
Yeah. And you know, when we did end it, we ended it like adults.
Yeah.
We didn't fight and claw and scratch and try to kill each other over everything.
So it was mutual.
Yeah, we were just simply like, you know what? We've both changed. We've both grown. We both matured. And in doing so, we ended up growing apart. We're more roommates than husband and wife. Let's end this before we end up hating each other and trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
And we just split everything we had except Alex. Obviously, we only have one of him. But we did have joint custody.
Yeah. But yeah, I was speaking, like going back to like Osa's comment. I was like, that's what I was immediately thinking of when Wild Bill was asking Trish about how much of Disney movies does Lacey believe and everything. I was like, well, Lacey believes that the actual Elsa is part of our posse, part of our group, I guess.
Yeah,
like,
she still thinks Elsa is the Elsa.
Yeah.
Oh, now I can hear.
Yeah. But yeah, the Frozen girl. I was just like, but I'm not the Frozen girl. Sorry to burst your bubble.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, this is the mindset of a kid. Now, I don't know, Trish, you may actually appreciate this, and I can't believe I'm going to admit this live on camera. But years ago, when I was still pretty much a kid, getting into my preteen years, I mean, I was like 10, 11, pretty much around Lacey's age. You won't believe what I thought was real. Dragon Ball Z. I thought the people in Dragon Ball Z were real people that lived long times ago because
Yeah, but how cool would that have been?
yeah, I know. The reason why I say that is because there were actually dinosaurs in Dragon Ball Z, so I thought maybe these guys lived back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth or something, that there was like these crime fighters or superheroes and like Saiyan warriors, aliens. Like, I don't know why I thought this, but maybe it's because my friends also put this thought in my head, like these could be real people. But yeah, even I agree, that would have been so cool if Dragon Ball Z had been like was real. Thinking about it, although that would have been a dangerous world to live in, considering everything that happened.
Well, see, you got to think about something too now, man. I mean, when
Yeah.
you've got everything in the comic book, I'm just gonna try to say how do I want to put this? Like, how do I want to start this conversation out with? All right. See,
Oh,
we
what?
have.
Oh, what'd you say, Trish?
I'm gonna send you a message. Don't read it out loud,
Okay.
okay? But when Wild Bill is done talking, answer the question.
Okay, live on camera or just
Yeah,
or,
yeah, but don't say what the question is. I don't know what you're talking about, but because some of my fans are really, really young, I don't want to say it out loud.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just answer the question without
Yeah.
actually saying the question. Okay.
Okay. Sorry about that, Wild Bill. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was trying to think of what I wanted to say anyway. Okay, so you take, for instance, nowadays, and all right, like it's hard for people to be together and stay together, especially when you've got people nowadays on social media. You get to talking to people, you get to become friends with people. You sort of kind of get this bond with people. Okay. Now it may start. Say you're a guy and you talking to a girl, or say you knew a girl back in high school, right? You were friends, and that's all it's ever been is friends. But you reconnect all these years later because you found her on Facebook and message. You get to talking. Next thing you know, your feelings from back when you were in high school maybe like, I always was interested in her, blah blah blah, but I never had the guts to ask her out or what. So you get to talking to this person, and it's all innocent. It really is. You don't think about it. And then that leads to actually maybe saying, hey, as old friends, let's grab lunch or something sometime. So you go have a lunch with somebody. It's innocent. You don't mean nothing by it. But then that leads to something else. See, that's where a lot of relationships don't last because you start being able to talk to people online and everything. Well, see, back then you had to actually kind of go out and meet somebody and really like be able to actually spend time with this fucking person. And it was a whole lot harder to cheat back then than it is now.
Yeah.
Okay. See, nowadays it's just like, oh fuck, I can talk to anybody I want to. You may think it's innocent, but really it's not.
Yeah.
And maybe you are, and I will be honest with you. There's times when you've actually known somebody, and you've made it clear to each other that you'll be friends, and that's all you'll ever be. And you could be a guy, and she could be a girl, and it's more of like a sister-brother relationship than it is anything. But there'll always be this jealousy out there because you're talking to someone else and she's the opposite sex.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where, see, back then, when a guy and a girl got together, you kind of introduced them between the time you're dating. You get to meet most of the time you meet all their family, all their friends and stuff like that. So you had nothing to really hide. Nowadays, you do.
Yeah.
And that's what causes a lot of problems and a lot of relationships and stuff like that today. So, and just like I say with social media and everything, I mean, people have got dumber because you take, for instance, just like self-checkouts. Why do you need math? You go up there, scan the shit, it fucking rings it up for you. You put your card or you put your money in there, it gives you change back or it takes your card information. You go.
Yeah.
Think about it. 20 years from now, 30 years from now, if the world lasts that long, you won't have to teach humankind math. What the fuck they gonna need that for? Machines are gonna do it for them.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we go from here? It's not good. See, back then, back in the old days, that's how you survived. Where do you think all these big chapels and these big fucking monuments and all these things that you saw built hundreds and hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, castles and fucking big like churches and stuff like that, these people had to fucking learn that skill. They had to have the math to be able to do that. Nowadays, you don't need that shit. Mankind's getting dumber. Technology is not making us smarter. Technology is making us lazy and dumber. That's how you think about this. How do you think so many fucking people nowadays are manipulated? Through media. Let me tell you something. In 1991, motherfuckers wouldn't be as gullible as then as they are in 2021. 20 years later, 30 years later, if you think about it, people are more gullible and stupid now than they were 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because back then, you actually had to have the fucking proof. Prove that to me. Nowadays, oh shit, I can just show you an edited clip on fucking TV and I'm just gonna fucking believe it.
Yeah.
It's gotta be true. It's on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like you have no
Exactly, Elsa.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you. See, that's actually one thing I hate about social media is that you can spread lies, rumors about anything. Like, okay, I can't believe I'm gonna also admit this live on camera because I don't want to say I'm gullible or anything because usually I try to find out the facts first. Like I try to do research. Like for example, because I know that me and Trish have some favorite artists in common, like Taylor Swift, for example. So I know whenever I get Taylor Swift news, I want to share it with Trish. Believe it or not, you won't believe how many times someone would spread a rumor or try to act like this is fact or something, but it's actually not. And I was like, oh, I need to tell Trish, and then I find out like it's fake, like this isn't actually happening. So I don't give Trish like fake news.
Yeah.
Like I mean, so believe it or not, Trish, there's been a few times that I was like, oh my God, Taylor's doing what now, or and I was like, I need to tell Trish, but that's like people can even fake accounts. Some people try to fake, try to make fake, like Good Morning America accounts or something to act like they're going to announce something that Taylor's going to do or something. But then I realized it doesn't actually have the check mark. They have a symbol next to the name to make it so people's immediate reaction will be, oh, it's got a check mark. The thing is, look closely. Make sure it actually has a check mark, like it's the real account, like it's a verified account. But yeah, Trish, I just wanted to kind of tell you that there's been some accounts that have written fake news or something, or posted fake Taylor Swift news or something before, that I literally had to block those accounts because I was like, I don't want to get false information, especially when I'm hoping that Taylor's going to like for example, I'm hoping that any day now Taylor's gonna announce her next re-recorded album or something, but I want to make sure it's actually real before I tell Trish like, "Oh my God, this is happening," and then it's actually not yet. Like it's like Taylor hasn't actually announced it herself yet. So, but
Okay,
but yeah, that's what Wild Bill. But that's what reminded me of when Wild Bill was talking about that. How the media's being like anything. Anybody could say anything on social media to try to fake fans out or fake fans of like certain artists or something. It's like, oh my God, did you hear that? That so and so is doing this, or so and so is releasing this, and then it's actually a fake account. Like they didn't, like it's not actually confirmed or anything. It's just a rumor. That's another thing. People spread rumors like it's nobody's business, like it's fact. Like people spread rumors in this day and age like it's fact all over social media. So I don't know if you've seen anything like that, Trish, but yeah, that pisses me off when people try to spread false information.
No. Once we all become cavemen again, Elsa has dibs on inventing the wheel.
That's
Oh,
right.
okay. Well, damn. So can I have dibs on inventing fire or discovering fire? I should say discovering fire. It's like burn, baby, burn.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. That was funny. I got dibs on inventing the wheel.
I'll be right back too.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, damn. Oh, yeah. Well, Bill's got to stretch his legs.
Yeah.
But yeah, how you doing, Elsa? That's funny though, Elsa. You got dibs on inventing the wheel. But yeah. Yeah, it's okay. I just need to go to the bathroom. Oh, okay. Now Elsa's got to take a bathroom break as well.
I got something when Trish gets back, Alvin.
Okay.
Say it's gonna make complete sense. And you're gonna believe me when I say it.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
Just think about this, right?
Okay.
Oh shit.
Damn the devil.
Yep, devil damning.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just the reason why I was like talking about all that because they kind of hit a little too close to home when you were talking about how everybody believes everything that like just because it's like on social media. And that's the thing. Some people take advantage of that. Some people actually spread false information in hopes that they're gonna like. It's almost like it's April Fool's Day year round, like every day to some people. It's like, oh, I'm gonna make these people believe something that's not real or something. Like it'd be like, ah ha ha, you thought that was real. Ah, ha, look at these losers. The reason why I say this because I've seen that shit happen on Twitter, and I'm like, so that's why I can understand Elsa when she says that she doesn't really like Facebook anymore, or doesn't like Twitter, and I was like, I don't blame you. Like I probably shouldn't even be on these social media platforms myself with all the bullshit that goes on. Not to mention they're trying to censor everybody or trying to cancel everybody. So. Oh. Welcome back, wild woman.
Howdy. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm okay. Just need to go to the bathroom. Hey, I just did that.
Yeah, Elsa has a.
Yes, I actually did go over to Jennifer's to pick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did
No,
you explain?
We do that back and forth all the time. We don't tell each other. She'll just come in and get coffee, and go back
Okay.
home. I'll just
Okay.
be here and Bubble be in the bathroom and I'll be about to bust and I'll just run to her apartment. I just open the door and walk in. We don't knock or anything on each other's doors. We just walk in.
Oh.
I'll just walk in, go straight down the hall into the bathroom.
So did you actually see Jennifer on your way to the bathroom or anything, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you explained to her your weird message earlier.
I did. I told her
Okay.
we were talking about that and how everybody's getting dumber and, how you don't even have to type anything anymore. Not only do we not write physically anymore, but we don't even type anymore. We just speak into it and it does it for us.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! I was just in the bathroom right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, baby. Maybe
So,
that's perfect place to get naked. Actually, I was
are
actually gonna kick
you
my
naked
ass.
or you half naked or
Yeah,
you got your drawers down or
yeah. But
I
yeah,
told
also I know you could care less about social media now. Now you better
um,
start locking the door when you open Naked Land.
well, of course.
Yeah.
so I told Alvin I had something I was going to tell you that makes absolutely sense, but I was going to wait till you got back, and now that else is
Okay.
kind of back, whatever it is, I'm going to say it. People are worried about All right, first of all, I'm gonna back up for a minute. We're less and less teaching ourselves nowadays and our offspring and everything how to be survivalists in this world, how to grow your own food, how to hunt, how to fish, all this stuff. Because you have, and don't get me wrong, I think I like a lot of animals' rights and stuff like that. I agree with a lot of that stuff. Don't get me wrong, but some things on this world were put in here for man for survival. Okay, I believe that. Whether some people believe that or not, because if that wasn't true, why would Jesus have feed all them people with a fish? See what I'm saying? Okay. Here's my whole thing. Okay. Now, people are worried about a disease or nuclear destruction or whatever it is, some kind of war taking mankind out. You know how you complete, or how you make total was it genocide? You shut down every computer, you shut down every cell phone, you shut down every tablet, because nowadays people don't even know what to do without their fucking devices. They would absolutely go fucking crazy. They would either kill themselves, or if someone even thought that they had a device that would fucking work, they would kill someone else over it. That is how you fucking sit there and make mass genocide. Because people nowadays, and I tell people this all the time, you look at people, they can't spend 5 minutes without being on their fucking phone. 30 years ago, that wasn't even possible. Okay? If you would have told me 30 years ago that people would be so wrapped up in a fucking device that you held in your fucking hand called a smartphone, I would have laughed in your fucking face. That is how bad society and the world has got as humans and as mankind. Okay? Or humankind. Let's put it like that. That sounds sexist or whatever you want to put it in that context.
Yeah.
But as human beings, like I said, every day, every minute, every year, we lose part of humanity. We lose part of being smart. You think about things, and like I've said, these people that lived even 100 years ago are smarter than people are today. People that lived 1,000 years ago are smarter than they are today. You take, for instance, you could take somebody right now. How many true sailors are there in the world nowadays? How many, you take, for instance, most people nowadays need some kind of navigation device to tell them where they're at. Like, Vikings build fucking ships sailed them fuckers out on the open ocean. They know where the fuck they were going.
Mhm.
Most of the time, they found where they were going. Okay, they would have a little fucking sundial thing they would sail during the day when they could see where the sun, where they could find true north with the sun or whatever on a whatever it is, right? That's how they navigate. You did somebody damn today, they'd be fucking like, what the fuck is that ancient piece of shit? But that's because people were fucking smarter back then. People were more intelligent and educated then than they are now. Because back then, not only was your language was survival. Your language was your communication. Your language was part of your life. Your whatever you done was a meant. Everything you done in your life was a part of survival. Nowadays, we just take it. You like. Let me tell you something. 1,000 years ago, there was no such thing as fucking hate speech. There was no such thing as you wouldn't know what free speech was because everything was free speech. Everything you could say whatever the fuck you wanted to anybody. If they got mad, hell, you have a duel afterwards and may the best man win.
Yeah.
Okay, that was survival back then. Nowadays, I bet you right now, if you was to take, if you could invent a time machine, go back, let's just say 1,000 AD, and brought a Viking to this age, they would tell you how big of fucking pussies people are today.
Yeah, it'd be like, yeah. I've always wondered about that. What if someone from like the distant past was to be brought here to the present time, which would be considered the future to them? Like how they would react to the world around them today. Like they'd be like, "What the hell is all this shit?" Like, I mean, like I feel like some people from back when probably wouldn't have been like probably wouldn't have crossed their mind like, oh my god, this is so cool, this is so awesome, like yes, oh my god. Like they're probably not even gonna act like that. They're probably gonna be like, what the hell? Like what happened to society or something? Especially when they see people just walking around with phones in their hands all the time. It's like, why do you need a gadget to like like why are you relying on gadgets and gizmos in this day and age when back in the time all we had was like our bare hands and our imaginations or brains. Like, oh, because I'll be honest with you, and Bob Barrett made a point because my mom, believe it or not, because even my family, has been poor in the past and grew up like not being very wealthy or anything. But my mom even has stories from when she was a kid when the only electronics they had back then was like a radio. Back when my mom was a kid, they didn't even have a TV or anything like that yet. Like back in like the 60s and 70s, I think she said the only way they got their entertainment was listen to the radio or something. Like that's all they had was a radio. And so yeah, I could definitely get your point where I'll be like, it seems like over time everybody relies on technology in this day and age when years ago there was, we literally had to like fend for ourselves and learn survival skills and stuff like that. I was even talking to this about to my sister a few days ago that there was a time that growing up, me and my sisters spent a lot of our time, a lot of our childhoods outside. Like we used to actually play outside, play games like hide and seek and tag and things like that. And now a lot of kids don't even play outside anymore. We don't even well, sometimes we see kids playing outside, but they're like on their tablets or phones or something outside. I was like, why are you outside on your like? Why don't you like look? It's a beautiful day. Like look at the wildlife. Do something. Like pay attention to the world around you. Don't be like, it's like if you're just gonna be on your phone, you should just go inside your own house. Like, I'm sorry, but I mean, if you're gonna go outside, pay like at least make some acknowledgement. I mean, to the world around you or something, if that makes sense.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't understand why people just. Oh, I'm just gonna be on my tablet playing a game. Because like you can literally be climbing a tree right now, or something, or playing ball with a friend or something. Like kick a ball or something. Like do some kind of outdoor activity. I mean, because like I said, me and my sisters spent a lot of our times outside as kids. We didn't have phones or tablets. We literally basically played with like an actual basketball or baseball bat, frisbee. I mean, we would go outside and just like fling a frisbee back and forth. Yeah.
Truth is, guys, this is a funny thing to say.
Yeah.
But you take, for instance, like the Vikings never really had like a written history. They had a written language, but most of their history and their stuff was mainly word of mouth. I mean, they didn't keep records and stuff like people do today and everything. My thing is let's say that this world is lucky enough to last another 1,000 years, which I seriously doubt that it will. But let's just say that it does, right? We as humans probably will not have a written language. And everything that was once written will be no longer. They wouldn't even be proof that there was a written language.
You okay, Trish? You look like you want to say something.
I gotta go.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay, that was weird.
Yeah.
She didn't do a sign out or anything. I wonder what happened.
Yeah. But anyway, you know, I just kind of look at it, and we would play enough rough outside and hurt ourselves. Yeah. See, I mean that's the thing, man. It's just like I don't know that they will be a history. Maybe even in 100 years.
Yeah.
Because mankind has got so lazy that it's just, you know.
But yeah, it's just
I've always said convenience doesn't mean great all the time. A lot of times convenience means lazy.
Yeah.
That's the way it is, you know?
Yeah, well they say like something more convenient for this person or that person. But the thing is, but yeah, I've noticed that a lot more people are more lazy nowadays. Like, but that's why I was saying like, love doesn't even, like people don't even put much effort and love into love and relationships anymore. That's why so many relationships don't work out, and why a lot of people are actually like single right now because they fucked up their own relationship. I don't know what, and they usually fucked up because they cheated or something, or they had like a side chick. Like that was actually the rant that you once had, Wild Bill. You said everybody seems to have a side chick in this day and age or something. Like does a 2-person relationship mean anything to anyone anymore? Like it's almost like there's always got to be a third person somewhere in the mix. Like love triangles and stuff like that.
Well,
because I'm pretty sure back in the day, because I've actually heard stories like some people would be like, when they get married, divorce is not an option or something, that they're going to be stuck together for life. Like that's actually the point of making the vows, like till death do us part. I was like, well, we're gonna get married now. We'll see how it goes. And then a few years later, he changed. I can't stand him. I can't stand her. We're getting a divorce. I'm thinking like, I was like, why did you even get married in the first place? You must rush into something that wasn't even there. I
Well,
mean, or
see,
something.
well, and here's another problem with that too, though, Albie. You have to think about that.
Yeah,
Back in the day, you think back in the day when like when my parents
yeah,
got married or their parents,
yeah, yeah,
one, it was about sacrifice and it was about working on a marriage.
yeah,
Nowadays, people just want everything easy. If they got to work at it, they don't want to put the time into it. They would rather get a divorce, and they may not even really like hate each other or even like not
yeah,
even not love each other. They just don't want to put in the work to make it work. So they're just like, well, fuck it. If I got to put work and time into it, I don't want to do this shit. It's pointless to me. That's the way they see it. It has nothing to do with like a lot of times love and stuff like that. It's having to put something into it. That's what it is.
yeah.
Don't even have one to have a side one. There you go, Elson.
Yeah, I don't even have one to have a side. Yeah, like there's even some people, some couples that were actually like agreed to like be in like an open relationship or something. And I think we talked about this one time before. I don't know if it was Elsa or someone said in the comments one time during a stream that it's almost like people use the excuse of an open, or basically make it like they basically come up with this whole open relationship thing as an excuse to pretty much cheat and not get in trouble for it or not get caught. Like if you're in an open relationship, oh, then you can see multiple people at once, and then everything's fine. There's no drama, no conflict or anything. But yeah, I actually honestly do agree that it seems like that's just an excuse some people have to pretty much be able to cheat without cheating, if that makes sense.
Well, then here's the point, Alan. Then what's the point of being in relationships once you just be friends with benefits?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's another thing. I'll be honest with you. I actually agree with that concept more than an open relationship. I'm more of a friends. I mean, where if I'm going to go that route, I'm more up for like a friends with benefits kind of thing than make it exclusive. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend, but we can date whoever we want or see other people or something like. I was like, no, I'd rather just be like friends with benefits if we're gonna go that route in the first place,
Yeah.
because in my opinion, my girlfriend, because I'll be honest with you, I try not to be this type of person, but in reality, I guess I can be the jealous type. I've actually noticed that about myself sometimes, that I'll actually start to feel a little jealous if I feel like my girlfriend is happier hanging out with someone else or something than me, which I know is probably a stupid. Sometimes I feel like jealousy is a stupid emotion. Sometimes, but sometimes I can't help but feel like. But I wish, but I want to be the one that makes her happy. Like I feel like that's just like a common thing. But the thing is, I don't want to be that person who's like a controlling boyfriend or anything because I can't stand people who try to like control their significant others. Oh,
Yeah.
hey Trish. And yeah, you're welcome to come back, Trish. What happened? I just
It's
noticed it in the comments.
called a legal way to cheat. Yeah, that's pretty much what
Yeah.
it is.
Oh
Well,
yeah, yeah. Because I honestly think it was you that made that comment, Elsa. This was like last year. This was last year when I had I think, just broken up with my ex-boyfriend, and I told him about the whole open relationship type thing. And I think you're the one who actually made the comment saying that's just their excuse to cheat or something like to come up with the whole open relationship concept.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, a legal way to cheat. Oh yeah, yeah. So you do remember Elsa? Okay. I was wondering if you remember that stream. I can't remember which one it was, but I remember it was probably from sometime last year.
Well, see, you gotta think about it this way, man. I mean,
Yeah.
some people have a notion of and this is why
Yeah.
this stuff like this goes on. Some people have an idea of, yeah, I want somebody, but I don't want to be like just with somebody. But it's like, okay, it's like me, right now. I'm okay with being single. I'm okay with living the life that I live right now. If I don't be with anybody else again, I'm okay with that. Okay. I don't need to be with somebody just for the sake of saying I need to be with somebody or want to be with somebody just for the sake of it. If I'm going to be with somebody and I can't put everything into a relationship or whatever it is and get something in return out of it, then I'm not doing it. It's just pointless and a waste of time to me. Okay. But see, like I said, it all comes down to it's like, oh yeah, I got a girlfriend, but we're not really together. Like we have an idea of, okay, yeah, we have a relationship. We can go out and date anybody we want, screw anybody we want, but we're sort of kind of together. That doesn't make that concept has never made any fucking sense to me. Okay. You know, I know people who have like moved in together and wind up being like friends and like being roommates and everything.
Yeah.
If here's my thing, if you like somebody and you're cool with somebody and you enjoy hanging out with somebody, and let's say you're a guy and you're a girl, but you don't want a relationship with anybody, but you enjoy each other and you enjoy each other's company. If you want to be roommates, but here's the thing. I already make sure that you have these plans that if we're going to see anybody, then we should be okay with that. And that we're just totally roommates, but if we want to do something like have sex or whatever, then we can, you know, and you leave it at that, and that's what it is. But see, nowadays you can't have it any fucking way. It's so fucking crazy nowadays. It's like you're a man if you're sexist, if you like want a one night stand, or you're a hypocrite if you do this, or you do that, or you're a sexist, or you're a pig or some shit. You can't have it. Let's put it like this right here. There's no way to do it nowadays without being like a male chauvinist pig or anything like that. You're just fucking fucked all around, and it's just like, what do you really do? You know?
Yeah. I can kind of understand that, Trish. Believe it or not, my mom's had to help me with situations like that in the past. I remember because I would even sometimes flip shit or freak out if something wasn't working, and like that actually hits a little close to home, Trish. So I kind of understand. Like, I don't know that scenario. Yeah. Hello, that reminds me of a conversation we just had about not being able to live without technology. Oh, yep, exactly. Yes.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing. I'll be honest with you. I know we just talked about that and everything, but even I am guilty of freaking out, like when I don't like because like I mean because I guess I'm always like on my computer or I always have something to keep me occupied. So believe it or not, there's been times like especially in the past, like when my sisters and I still lived with our parents and everything, and like there would be like a power outage, like a blackout, and then our power would go out, and I would freak out, not be able to talk to my friends online or something, because like the power's out, I can't be on my computer or something like. So yeah, I kind of understand. I mean, I guess what you're going through with your son right now, Chess. But yeah, even I'm guilty of that. If my mom was still alive, she'd probably pretty much tell you that I've had fits. I've actually like she would consider I would have meltdowns like during power outages before. I feel like I've gotten better over the years though. I mean, I'm starting to get a little bit better, but there was times that I used to have the like actual like tantrums or fits when something like that would happen.
So, Al, I have a question for you. Okay.
Okay.
Now, how old are you again?
How old am I right now?
Yeah.
32.
Okay. All right. So, I want to ask, since your knowledge of coming up and being able to basically operate technology the way it is now, tablets, computers, phones, or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Now, and you know, like I said, how much we are involved in our devices.
Yeah.
Do you think right now that if you like, do you remember more that's happened since you've had technology than you did before you had the technology? Like, I'll give
You
you
mean
an
like
example.
you mean like memories or
Yeah, like, okay, all right. What I'm trying to say is this. Okay, so basically, the internet, as we know it, came in kind of fruition about 95. Am I not right?
yeah.
95, 96, something like that, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so since that time, we have been able to communicate and talk and build our lives around a certain technology. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
so their way, we've kind of adapted our lives to be this way. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, like, I can remember what my life was like before the internet and what my life has been like since it's had the internet. But it's almost like, to a certain extent, that the internet and technology has been ingrained in our lives so much that it's kind of hard to separate the two. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if you look back into your mind, your memories of you without like a cell phone, or you without a tablet, or you without a computer may not register in your brain like it would now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's almost like that part of our lives has gone missing. Like, it's almost like that. You ever watch that movie, The Langoliers?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was
So
actually one of my favorite
so almost
Stephen
kind of
King
like,
movies.
for like our lives before the internet, it's almost like the Langoliers happened, where they come and
Yeah.
they add up all the past. You see what I'm saying? It's almost
Yeah.
like technology, our memories of the way it was before doesn't register in our minds like the stuff that we do today.
Yeah. Well, in all honesty, I feel like I'm torn. The reason why, for me, it was better before. Always thinking about the good old days. Sometimes I wish I never had a smartphone or the internet. Well, I'll be honest with you, Elsa. Um, if you go by our most recent conversations that we've been having on Messenger and everything, Elsa, if you noticed, I keep bringing up certain memories from my past, most of these memories I'm talking about were actually from times in my life when I wasn't so relying on the internet or anything like that. Like some of those memories I've been telling you about was actually from my childhood or my teen years, which was like 10+ years ago. Um, but yeah, I definitely. But yeah, that's basically how I feel. I feel like I'm torn though because I actually remember my life before the internet or before being so reliant on the internet or computers and technology and things like that. But I can't imagine, as bad as it sounds, I can't imagine not having a computer in this day and age, if that makes sense. Or I can't really imagine like not having a cell phone going forward into the future or something. As crazy as it sounds, so maybe we are becoming too reliant on technology. But I do remember my life before me, and I kind of miss it. Believe it or not, if I actually had a time machine, I probably would go back to certain moments of my childhood, like because even my sister and I talk about it sometimes that we wonder what it would be like if we were to step back into the past, like and go be able to walk inside our childhood home again, kind of like if anyone knows the song by Miranda Lambert, "The House That Built Me." Whenever I hear that song, whenever I listen to that song, it actually reminds me of my own childhood home and how I wish I could like be able to just walk into my old childhood home again and walk into my old bedroom or say my mom's old room, like just to get that nostalgia back, that nostalgic feeling or of what it was like. I mean, at that time of my life, and being able to remember, I guess. But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I'm torn when it comes to that question. But yeah, I do realize that. In all honesty, I feel like I was happier as a kid than I am now, if that makes sense. Because I will be honest with you, sometimes I do feel like technology is taking control of my life, or it's somehow ruining my life in some capacity or something. Because I like for example, some things you may see on like Facebook or Twitter, like social media, can actually piss some people off or upset people or even just like depress people. That's why I said, like, for example, my sister literally deleted Facebook off her phone because she said Facebook was like so depressing. So, but yeah,
Hey,
I understand. Oh, what?
this might be a dumb question, but you know what an FYE is, right?
Fye?
FYE. It used to be like it was called. It stood for your entertainment. It used to be like a record store, like a
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was wondering if that's where you're going with because it's kind of
yeah,
ironic you mentioned that. Well, Bill, because my little sister used to work at Fye. I mean, because
okay, all right.
we had one here.
Think
Yeah.
about this, and this even happened back when technology, when the internet was out. Because think about this. I remember
Yeah.
back when you would hear about a band coming to, let's say, your local town or the next town over. They were playing a venue. They would say, go to your local Ticketmaster location and buy
Yeah.
tickets. So most of your places, like your
Yeah.
FYE or even like someone played back then, you had like Sam Goody and stuff like that. Was also
Yeah.
like a record store. They would be your Ticketmaster locations, and you
Yeah.
would go there and you would buy concert tickets to
Yeah.
concerts and stuff.
Yeah.
And that was even when the internet, but that was still when the internet was still kind of in its young phase and stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? Um, so I remember those type things. Nowadays, I don't even think there's a Ticketmaster that even exists anymore like that. I think it's all totally online now. And
Yeah. I've noticed that, like you could, for example, you could be watching a music video, like for one of your favorite artists or bands or whatever, like on YouTube. And most of the time, if that artist is on tour at the moment, sometimes they'll actually have a link, or it will actually show like on that artist like or the band's YouTube videos or something, like someone like the nearest show near or the closest show near you or something like that, and it would actually like give a date and everything, and it would give you a link that you could go to like one of those websites or something and actually like buy tickets or
yeah,
something to see your favorite artist or something. Because I mean, but yeah, they'll promote it on like their YouTube videos and things like that. I've noticed that oh, someone like I'll be watching like for example, like if I was watching like a Blake Shelton music video or something on YouTube, sometimes it will say that, oh, Blake Shelton's gonna be in my city or something at so and so date. Here's a link, like if you want to buy tickets or something. I mean, but yeah, I've noticed that everything seems online and digital now. People can just literally just buy their tickets like online digitally just by the click of a button and like things like that. So what?
Well, I mean, you take
Uh.
for instance, like, and that's just anything now with social media and everything. Let's say the George Floyd incident. Let's say that would happen in the early '90s, kind of like the incident with Rodney King. to a
Yeah.
certain extent, okay. Yes, you would have probably heard about it, but it wouldn't have been like for somebody like me. That shit wouldn't have registered in my registry. Like I'd have been like, okay, yeah, but because see, you just wouldn't think of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to think about something, man. I grew up in a town of about 1,500 people, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, my hometown is small, man. I mean, it's one of the smallest towns in the Carolinas, and one of the smallest county seats in the state of South Carolina. So back in those days, man, with shit like that, you know, happened. Like, okay, like say what happened with damn it, George Floyd.
Yeah.
That probably wouldn't have. By the time our town got to it, it would have been old fucking news, right?
Yeah.
Big events like Columbine and stuff like that. Those were the things that we heard of, like right away and stuff like that. Stuff like George Floyd and shit that never even registered in our fucking like thing. You just didn't hear about that shit. To us, it was like if it happened in Minnesota, oh fucking well, it happened in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? So people kind of had this fucking thing that was like, and I'm not saying that stuff like that didn't go on in the world, but you just didn't hear about it as much, and so people wasn't as blinded by like you. I can tell you right now, I'm willing to bet you 99.5% that the same people that you call racist today wasn't racist in the 90s. But because of the way social media and the media and everything is portrayed in the internet and everything, people nowadays, no matter what you do, you're considered racist. Back in the 90s, the early 90s, mid 90s, hell, even the late 90s, that wouldn't be so. Because none of that shit, like, people were less racist then than they are now.
Yeah, I've actually noticed that, like,
you got to think of stuff like, and I don't mean to interrupt you there, but like, there's city, like, you know how like when you push somebody and to like, or like if you accuse somebody of doing something and then you push somebody to enough to the point to where okay, I'm gonna do it just because you pushed me to do that. It's almost like racism. If you accuse people of being racist and you keep pushing that on people, they're going to be racist to a certain group of people because those people won't leave them alone. You see what I'm saying?
True.
Kind of form a hatred and a racism towards them because they won't leave you alone. I honestly think that that's what they want. They want us to be racist so they can sit here and say you've always been racist.
Yeah. Like, I actually kind of understand that, and I was just going to say that, believe it or not, you actually have a point there, because back in the 90s, early 2000s, when I was still, like, in elementary school and then throughout my middle and, like, my middle school and high school days, like, I'll be honest with you, one of my, I feel like I've always had at least that one friend, like he was kind of like a best friend to me. Throughout most of my school life, I mean, and pretty much almost every grade I was in. Like for example, like when I was in elementary school, one of my best friends was actually black, and like nobody batted an eye just because we were friends or we hung out together. Um, and even in middle school, one of my best friends, actually was another boy who was black and everything, and nobody like batted an eye or said like, "Oh my God, why are you two hanging out together?" Like, I mean, like, thing is, but yeah, I've wondered that because I haven't been in school in years, but now I'm wondering if some kids today actually have a hard time, like, or actually get treated like badly or something just because of who they're friends with. Like, can a white boy actually be friends with a black boy in this day and age and actually like or like I mean, are they actually like treated negatively like I mean about it or something like I never thought about that before because I know people were treated like that back in like the 50s and 60s, and then I mean as you all know, like Martin Luther King did that speech about like having a dream and this and that, but thinking about it, like the 90s or early 2000s, I mean, there was a lot of white kids that were friends with black kids and sat next to each other at lunch and talked and everything. But now I'm wondering, do kids even do that anymore? Like, do only white kids can only sit next to white kids now, and only black kids can sit next to black? Like, I mean, I'm wondering if they're trying to separate the two colors again or something. Like, we just went back, like, or we went back like 50 years.
Well,
But
it's
yeah, so oh
like
what?
I said in a previous stream here a while back, man. It's almost like
Yeah,
black people are bringing Jim Crow back.
yeah,
And they say Jim Crow was one of the racist things on the planet, but it's almost like to them they're bringing segregation back because they feel like
yeah,
that, you know. But see, a lot of the racism, the hate crimes, and all that
yeah,
stuff, um, is all made up and everything. Um, and That's right. And like you take for instance, oh god dang, what the hell was I gonna say?
uh,
Like with
damn,
with, with the racism and everything,
yeah,
uh, like you was talking about with Martin Luther King and everything. I have a dream and all that stuff. Like
yeah,
back, they asked, okay, H.K. Edgerton, that guy, the black guy that carried the Confederate flag, he told them one time. They asked Martin Luther King what he
yeah,
thought about the rebel flag.
yeah,
And he said, the rebel flag's not hurting anything. Don't go and attack that flag. Don't attack the people who support that flag. Because if you do, then my dream of sons of former slave owners and the sons of former slaves ever sitting down at the table with one another and becoming one, that dream will never be. And he's right. It's not.
true,
Because you think about something, man. When you take somebody and you drive something into their minds all the fucking time, they get to the point where, well, why should I not try to be racist when people already think and tell me that I am? I might as well fucking be racist. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's, you know, it's almost like, um, you know, it it's hard to explain, man. It's
yeah,
basically it's like we want, because we have nothing else to make us happy. We want to sit there and drive people to a certain way so we have something to bitch at people about. Because let me tell you something, if you took away races, you took away, black people think that they would be happier that way. But in honestly, truth is, they have this notion that the world owes them something. And they have to complain about something. But when you've got nothing to complain about, then life becomes boring because you're like, well, damn, man, when I was out here bitching about racism and all that stuff, man, I had something to fucking bitch about. Now I don't. It's almost like they make stuff to bitch up about so they don't fucking be bored with their lives.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. Like, you see all these motherfuckers out here protesting. You ever notice that most of these fucking protests are during the week? These motherfuckers should be at work.
True.
That's fucking society hands feed these fucking people.
Yeah, like I just don't understand where to live. But yeah, you actually have a point, Wild Bill, because I've actually noticed that about, like, I feel like some people are so bored with their lives, they're trying to start drama. Like, I think I even said something like, I think I even mentioned something like that to Elsa earlier on Messenger or something, that some people, it's like some people literally want to start drama or something. Like,
Yeah.
why does it matter if so and so is doing this or doing that? Like, why? It's almost like people are so bored with their lives that they're just start drama for the sake of starting drama, just because they're like having to create their own entertainment or something. I don't know. Like, oh my god, I gotta grab the popcorn. Like, this is gonna get good. I'm getting two people to fight with each other. Like, I mean, like, some people actually do that. Some people will actually be whispering in two different people's ears, trying to start drama between the two, saying, oh, so-and-so was saying this about you. And then they'll go to the other person and be like, oh, so-and-so was saying this about you. And then get two people to conflict with each other that probably would have never had any conflict to begin with if this other person wasn't like whispering in their ears, like mediator or whatever that person's called when someone's like trying to like start drama, like basically talking to two different people or something. Like I know some people would probably call them two-faced bitches or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't understand the point. Like, you're literally trying to start drama or war between two people just for your own entertainment, or you're just trying to start drama just to, like, just because you're so bored with your life. You don't, like, you're so bored, there's nothing to do, you're like, you know what, I think I'm just gonna wake up. Like, it's like you wake up one day and it's like, you know what, I'm going to be the worst version of myself possible today. That's my goal for today, is to basically present the worst possible version of myself. I just don't understand how some people wake up in the morning and that's their immediate thought, like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna be a jackass today. or an instigator. Okay, that was the word I was looking for. I don't know why I said mediator, but yeah, I guess instigator. Like, I guess that's the right word for it. But yeah, I knew there was a name for the type of person who's basically trying to start a war, or I don't know, drama between two people by talking to both people, acting like this person's there for them. But behind each other's backs, but yet they're actually just like stirring the flame, like they're actually causing this drama, like this conflict to begin with. Like, if it wasn't for the instigator, like for them instigating the whole situation, these two people probably would have eventually like left each other alone or let bygones be bygones. But because they're like, oh, are you gonna let him talk to you like that? Like he's saying such and such about you. Like, are you really gonna take that from him or take that from her? And it's like, oh hell no! And then they go up to like start drama, like. I'm like, what the hell? Like, and believe it or not, this show that me and Elsa have been watching lately, I don't know if you've gotten to an episode like that yet, but trust me, there's a couple episodes where there's an instigated, like some neighbor who's actually starting, like he's actually trying to start drama between two other like neighbors in the neighborhood or something. Like, what the hell? Like, and it's like, oh my god, I gotta grab the popcorn. Like, oh my god. I just don't understand that kind of mindset or people like that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
I'm fixing to get ready to wrap this up here in just a few minutes.
Time for Betty by Wild Bill. Wild Billy
Yeah,
Goat.
but no, I've enjoyed our conversation tonight, and I've
Yeah.
enjoyed all the things we talked about. And you know, I just
Yeah.
like I didn't go like I came in tonight and really didn't have nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
Just hanging out and talking. And
Yeah.
like I said, it always turns to some kind of crazy ass event that happened in the fucking world. And sometimes that's a good thing, because you know, then you get to hear different people's sides of things, and whether you agree with them or not or whatever, that's okay.
Yeah.
And it's cool to a certain extent. But you know, I guess in closing, I just want to say that, you know, the world needs to worry so much less about like social media. And I'll be honest with you. If people put their phones down, put their tablets down, and stayed off their computer for a month, 2 months, 3 months, I'm just saying, you would really realize how much less hate, racism, and all that stuff really is in the world. Because you would start seeing people as people again, not as what we see fucking people on fucking TV and shit. You know, you think about things honestly, and I'm just gonna say this. You know, and I know some of y'all disagree with me, and that's fine. I don't really care. But you look at Donald Trump in the '90s. If Donald Trump would have been president, you wouldn't have heard none of the shit that come out about him. You'd have never heard any of it. I mean, none. You know what I'm saying? Like any of it, like all the stuff that he done, it wouldn't even have been a fucking thing. Because here's the fucking thing, right? Social media has to blow shit up to the point to where literally hate somebody for nothing, for shit they didn't even fucking do. And you know, you get tired of that shit, and it doesn't make for a good world, a good society, a good whatever. It brings more hate, division, and all that bullshit, and it ain't good. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So you're going to bed, Elsa, Elsa? But yeah. In that case, probably wait. I don't know, several hours before I message you again, because I still need to respond to your message. To be on Messenger from earlier, but yeah, I really loved and enjoyed our conversation tonight. This was actually one of my favorite conversations that I feel like we've had in a stream in a while. Like maybe it's because I honestly had an opinion on it. Like I feel like I've always had things to say about this particular subject, and I was able to get some of that out tonight. So yeah, I guess I thank you for tonight's stream, Wild Bill, and everything.
Okay, you're welcome. Well,
yeah.
See, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, and I'm gonna say something that's probably different. And I guess for me, it's because I use my platform as sort of kind of a thing to air grievances in a way. Like, that's why I have an unfiltered fucking channel. I don't give a fuck what people say, give a fuck what people do, or whatever. It's because you think about something. People need to talk about this shit.
Yeah.
And if they can't go and talk about shit, they do shit in retaliation. That's why you have so much of the shit that goes on in this world, because people have nowhere to fucking vent. And to me, as long as someone can come on here and vent, even if I don't agree with what they're saying, and I might not even like what they're saying, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's just good to let fucking people vent, you know, and that's what you got to do sometimes, you know. So you're welcome.
Yeah, but yeah, tonight was good. I mean, I really loved it. I feel like even you. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we all got something off our chest tonight about something. So yeah. Plus, I you know when it's on Wild Bill's channel that I mean we can basically speak our minds. Like he doesn't like because we all know you don't have any filter, Wild Bill. So I mean. So I assume that you're gonna let us speak our minds as well. So
Yeah.
I mean, so like no filter, no like we're all rebels whenever we're streaming with Wild Bill.
That's like I tell people when they ask me a question. I say, you want the truth or the watered down version?
Oh yeah, the Word of Dead version. I feel like very like even before the stream, like the conversation we kind of had before the stream or everything, you actually asked me if I wanted your opinion. Like I'm pretty sure I probably could piss some people off, but you actually gave the opportunity. Like I literally could have just said, "No, I don't." Like I would prefer not to. like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I knew that once you started to give your opinion, you were gonna give the truth or like how you actually felt, that you weren't like gonna word it down or anything. It's like, so do you want my opinion or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Oh.
Yeah. But I definitely agree. Also, some people are crazy as hell. Which is actually ironic because I know Trish always says she's crazy as a shithouse rat, but some people take crazy as a shithouse rat to a whole new level. And I bet also knows what I'm talking about. Like some people are so crazy they should probably be locked up in a loony bin or something.
Well, I guess I'm fixing to go. So if you want to do your sign out or whatever.
Okay. Well, thank you for allowing me to be on the stream tonight, Wild Bill, and I guess to speak my mind about the particular subjects we talked about tonight. And well, yeah, it's been your favorite chipmunk boy, Alvin here. It's been a blast. Don't forget to stay giggity, everybody. And I guess that's gonna do it for me for now. But yeah, I guess I don't know. Stay crazy, everybody. I don't know because I feel like a lot of the subjects tonight will stay crazy. I don't know. Maybe I would try to spice things up every time I do my sign out. Like stay giggity, everybody. Maybe just stay crazy. But yeah, I am monkeying out, players.
Cool.
Oh yeah, and I hope Trisha's doing well wherever she is.
Yep.
Tonight.
Mine, Night, Bill, and Alan, and Trish. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Okay. First of all, thank you, Elsa, for showing up tonight. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, thank you, Frozen Girl. We missed you in the few previous streams. Elsa.
Yeah. And Trish, if you're still watching but can't comment or whatever, thank you for being here. Thank you for being online and everything. And I just want to tell y'all before I go, and I wanted to tell Trish before she got out of here, but she left us kind of quickly. I got a premiere that's going to happen Monday night at 7:30 after Inside Studio G.
Yeah.
The video is probably about maybe 20 minutes at the most. So, but it's an interesting episode. I think people will enjoy it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, so I did get some good stuff. Oh, cool. And
Oh yeah. So it's good that you got some sleep on this past week.
Oh yeah, yep. But other than that, that's all the news I've got and everything. So pretty much I just want to say you know, that's that, and thank you everybody. Taylor sucks. And
Well, damn the devil.
Night Trish, Night Alvin. And thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for being here. And y'all have a good night. That's pretty much it.
Good night, everybody.
Stay dead, my friends.
Oh yeah. And for Elsa, hello, nurse.
That's right.
Yeah, baby.
All righty, man.
And she's
Well,
like this yeah. And she's like, this nurse is going to bed.
That's right. So night, everybody.
Yeah. Good night.